present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the dawn.
It's not Disneyland, it's Quad City Land, and it's a beautiful Tuesday. We have the ladies of 7G with me and Jaybird here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And of course, this is Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on AM 1170, your K-Bobarino.
The K-Bobarino.
Hi, Jay.
Hi.
Sorry I missed you yesterday.
It's all right.
How dare you?
They kept me busy.
Missed out on XFL power rankings and...
Yeah, what were your power rankings? Let me guess. Hold on. Let me guess. Let me go through them. Let me find last week's. I don't even need last week's. I'll say this. Your power rankings are this. Houston at 1, since they're still undefeated.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
St. Louis at 2.
That's correct.
At 3.
Uh-huh.
They got beat. They got beat handily.
I know. And it gets a little wonky from there, doesn't it?
From there it gets a little wonky, but I'm going to have to say L.A. at 3.
L.A. is at 3, yes, on my power rankings. The L.A. Wildcats. For everybody out there listening, this is after Week 4 of the XFL. Week 5, we're halfway through the season of the 2020 XFL. And not their second time, 2.0. I mean, not their inaugural time.
D.C. is at 4?
No.
Then it's Dallas.
It's Dallas.
And then D.C. is at 5.
No.
Seattle at 5.
No. New York made a big jump.
Okay.
Our boy that we talked about, Luis Perez, got the start and had a great game.
Okay, so that's when I
That's where the
was
jump
confused
comes from.
about that. All right, so then D.C.
That's right.
and then Seattle.
Nope.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, the Vipers made a nice little change and then bringing in Cornelius as their quarterback.
And now Seattle.
Yeah, Tampa Bay had a.
Okay.
I feel like if you take care of a team like DC the way they did to shut them out, preseason favorite to win the East, we got to give them a little bit of credit. I like where Seattle's going right now. They made a change in the quarterback, and we'll talk about that a little bit more when we guess the lines later. In the second hour, we will have Jake from Elite Sportsbook
State
in.
Farm?
Yep. He'll be in, and he gets to talk to us about, give us the lines, and we'll guess the total.
Leo
and we'll
would
guess
be
the
so
overall.
proud of you if she was here.
I know.
It's the line and everything else. So, but in studio.
Ladies,
In studio.
what are
We
we
have-
drinking?
We got Malibu Splash. We also
Malibu
have
Splash.
Hannah.
So there's and Hannah.
And Hannah Ann. No, I'm just
See,
kidding.
Hannah Splash. Do we call her Splash?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hannah
She's
Splash.
Hannah Splash. All right. So the flavors are passion fruit, and
Wow.
all these are with coconut because they're Malibu.
Well, they're with
So you have-
Malibu.
Yeah, you got passion fruit, lime, pineapple, and strawberry.
Yeah. So they're Malibu and juice with a little bit of carbonation, and they're 5%.
5% alcohol.
Yeah.
And this is distributed by you lovely
By
people
us,
at
7G Distributing. They are
Okay.
available in stores currently.
Yep, this
We-
is canned in the United States,
Yeah.
up in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Lacrosse, Wisconsin.
And there he is, everybody's favorite stat cat.
Wisconsin.
Sergio's here.
So yeah, this is pretty good.
I like them a lot. I mean, I like Malibu to begin with. I mean, when I first turned 21, I had no idea what I liked. So I would go to the bar and I would get a Malibu and orange juice. Because it tasted good and I didn't know what I liked. And it would fill me up. And these just came out and I'm like, these are really nice. And, you know, I saw some people commenting when I shared it before, like, well, what's the point of doing that? Like, are you just too lazy to bring bottles? And I'm like, yeah. I am. I'm like,
Just
I would
more
rather bring
convenient
a
for the
12
summertime.
pack. Yeah. I'd rather pay, you know, whatever for a 12 pack of them for a variety pack or get a 6 pack of one flavor that I really like and bring them over and not have to deal with bottles.
Have you ever been rolling down the street sipping on Indo
No.
and gin and juice? None of that?
I'm
All
too
right.
young. I know what that is, though. Leave me alone, Serge.
It says, enjoy a splash of summer with a refreshing taste and fruity flavor from Malibu. Serve
Yeah.
chilled for the best taste. Sip easy. Enjoy Malibu responsibly. And I have lime and coconut.
Yeah. Put the lime in the coconut.
Yeah, that's the first
Move
thing I got that
yourself
too.
around.
What do you have? You have passion fruit?
I got passion fruit. Serge, you want a strawberry?
Okay.
We
There you
got a, and then Hannah and I have a pineapple.
Yes.
Hannah Splash.
Hannah Splash.
Hannah,
nickname.
it's
She
been a
makes
while since
splash
you've been
when she
on.
comes
I
in the room.
know.
Hannah, the last time, and I mean, obviously, we'll just guess. I guess we'll just jump right into it. Was it before the actual Bachelor, or was it? It was
Yes.
very okay.
It was like the week before.
All right.
Oh, great. Just in time.
Well, just in time. Good for you. Yep. How did you this season so far? How are you do? How's it going for you?
Honestly, it's really dramatic, and I like drama. Obviously, that's why I watch The Bachelor. But
Okay.
almost like I think 3/4 of the season is just like the girls fighting and no relationships. Like we don't even know
Yeah.
who he likes. I didn't even know until the very
Well,
end.
isn't he like banging every one of them?
Well, that's the whole
Yeah,
time.
he's
People
been
say
kissing
that.
all of them.
I don't think that happens.
He's just been kissing.
Well, I'll tell you
all
what.
of them.
Episode 1, he was making out with everybody under the sun. Which
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
there
his
was
thing.
like 50 hot chicks, and if they all want to make out with you, I say you make out with you. That's the one time you're gonna get away with it, right?
Well, yeah, this is
At
it's
that
not real
moment.
life. I mean,
What about the
it's
crazy one with the dark
Bachelor.
hair?
Freaking
Oh, Vic-
Tammy
No, Victoria.
or Victoria
The
F.
one that did the shamey. What do they call it, Jay? The count they had a big word for it the other
Gaslighting.
day. Yeah.
Gaslighting.
that
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Victoria
her.
F.
Fart. I always thought it was fart lighting. I didn't know. It's totally different.
Oh no.
Two different things.
That
No,
definitely
Totally
is
different.
her.
She was crazy. I mean,
But she's gone now, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did we get the Des Moines girl back, or did she?
No, she made the final.
And
four
we
then
lost the
got
girl
out.
from Chicago that he met at a wedding
That's
in a
Kelly,
hotel.
yeah.
She was nuts at the
She
end.
was too normal. No, they clipped her. There's a thing called sound bites, and they literally clip.
No.
They clip everything that you say, and they can turn like an entire sentence into different. And they literally did that to her when she
Yeah.
was on that 3-on-1. One of the things
We do it
she
to you
said-
all the time, Coral, when you're on this show. You didn't know that?
Do you?
Yeah.
You make me sound really smart.
You do sound really smart.
Yeah, you
Like
don't
I
need
know
us to do
sports.
that.
Hey Coral, who do you think is gonna?
I like it when they did it
Oh.
to Chef on South Park when he quit. They did all the sound clips of Chef.
I will say though,
Did
I
have a
have
shooter?
no idea what's gonna happen.
And no clue.
Literally no idea.
Well,
I have
There's
a prediction, but who knows?
Oh,
I-
hell no.
no one believes this. I get everybody involved in this, and I dip out of the show
I'm so mad at you.
before
right
like
now.
the home visits because the drama's over, all
All right,
the
well,
nonsense.
can I see pictures of who's left?
Yeah, we'll
It's
bring him up.
literally
We'll
Hannah
bring him
Ann
up.
and Madison.
Yeah, it's
But he doesn't know who that is.
I don't know. You gotta.
It's
I
Hannah
showed
Ann's
you, like,
gonna
2
win it.
weeks ago.
Because
though.
Hannah
I don't
Ann's
think
that
so.
cute little country girl. isn't
Here's
she?
my
from Tennessee.
my prediction.
That was
Madison-
the one. That was one I picked right off the
Madison's
bat.
dad coaches at Auburn.
Because she's girly next
George
door.
Raveling
And
was
then
on the show.
Madison is
Madison?
We'll make that. We'll
That's
make it
Madison?
sports. Yeah,
She's literally an
version.
all-American girl.
No, nobody wants no version.
we'll make sports
No.
out of it. George Raveling was on the show.
I think
George
she's-
Raveling was on this show.
No, we should have him on the show.
Let's say win. I love George Raveling.
She's so cute.
Yeah, that's the one's winning.
I
right
did
there.
not like Hannah Ann to begin with.
I did.
Shotgun
They're
in
both
Malibu.
23.
Surge
Oh my
is
gosh.
shotgunning
He's
it,
shotgunning it.
Surge!
and that just happened on camera.
It did.
We got a beer bong,
Oh my
Surge.
gosh.
Yeah, I'm no one pump chump, bud.
Oh, all right. Here, give him a passion fruit.
What is going on?
What do you mean? We're shotgunning Malibus.
Are we celebrating?
Well, we got a beer bong.
Where'd the beer bong come from?
Come on,
Erickson
we're-
brought it.
Come on, gin and juice. You know we have a beer bong.
Actually,
Well, he
I
actually
know, I
challenged.
was here.
Erickson actually challenged T-Roy to a beer bong one of those.
Oh, he did?
Let's
Yeah.
go. Come on, T-Roy.
What's the worst that could happen, bud?
show are we doing here?
Well, don't you got to shut it
It's
off
just turned,
first?
like-
Everyone's just sad because this might be my last Tuesday for a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have to
Sorry,
give
Congratulations to
hustlers.
Nope.
Coral.
Nope. I don't approve.
Had to do
He
it.
doesn't
Coral got a
believe it. He
promotion within
doesn't
7G.
approve. You want me to pour? Oh, you have the.
I got the.
Make sure it's closed.
Well, while you guys
Yeah,
are
it's
doing all
closed.
that,
Yeah,
Got
it's
it?
closed.
Okay. This is.
we're getting closer and closer.
This is
Well,
really
obviously,
good
we're into
radio.
March Madness right now.
Happy March. That's right.
Kansas is a unanimous number 1.
Good guy.
As
Sitting up top, buddy.
The
Rock
basketball
chalk
polls came
Jayhawk,
out for
Jaybird.
week 18. Gonzaga's at 2, Dayton at 3, Baylor at 4, Iowa's 18. Speaking of Iowa, Iowa hosts their final game tonight. Purdue is coming into town. Purdue beat Iowa 104-68 last time, February 5th. Did you do it?
Yeah.
His eyes are watering up.
Well, that's a different thing to do.
Yeah.
Have you ever shotgun a natty seltzer though? Because that burns. It burns.
Erickson, it leaks a little bit.
Yeah.
Just gotta break it in,
Just
bud.
like everything Packer related. It's got a little bit of problems with it. Oh, Maddie, just teasing.
This game is 8 o'clock tonight. It will be played in Iowa City. It is the final home game for Iowa. They're going to. I will recognize 4 player managers on the court prior to Tuesday's game. It'll be Kreiner, Evelyn Till, and then student manager Jarrett Nepper.
What?
Yes.
Nipple?
It's Nepper.
You can't say that.
Iowa has 7 victories over ranked opponents, the most by an Iowa team since 2006, and the most by any team in the country this season. Coach McCaffrey has led Iowa to another 20-win season. He has guided Iowa to 20 wins and more than in 6 of his last 8 seasons.
How about that victory over Penn State, Jay?
Mm-hmm. Prior this season, he has led Iowa to Big Ten Upper Division, finishes 6 of the last 7 seasons. Only Michigan State has more First Division finishes than Iowa and Wisconsin since 2013. National Player of the Year candidate Luka Garza is one of only 2 players nationally to average better than 23 points, 9 rebounds per game. Iowa leads the Big Ten in scoring offense at 78.1.
What about our Lady Hawkeyes, Jay?
They
Big Ten Player of the Year 2 years in a row?
That'll be 3 years in a row. They've got a Big Ten Player of the Year. Iowa has.
It's 2 years in a row.
3.
You sure?
Yep.
Because I just saw it on Twitter. It said 2.
3.
Said back to back.
Back to back to back.
So back to back Player of the Year.
By some bracketologists, Iowa's sitting at a 5 seed from what I saw recently on CBSSports.com. If you're looking ahead to that type of thing.
Serge is our in-house bracketologist.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, I'm excited.
Can you please put that as your title on Facebook now?
In-house bracketologist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
do you guys
Jack.
realize how many? This is a huge weekend. This past weekend was a huge weekend in college basketball. So many of the top 25 lost. It was huge.
Kansas beat Baylor.
Kansas beat Baylor. Kansas is number 1.
That was the week before.
That was the week before.
Oh,
Kansas barely beat Kansas
Saturday
State.
alone. Okay,
the weeks just flow
Iowa knocked
together
off
when you're
Penn
having fun.
State. That was an upset.
was drinking.
Iowa at home over number 16 Penn State. Unranked Providence beat number 12 Villanova. Unranked Texas beat number 22 Texas Tech. Unranked TCU beat number 2 Baylor. Unranked Clemson beat number 6 Florida State. Let's see what else.
Carl's happy.
And then unranked Oklahoma beat West Virginia. Unranked Virginia beat Duke. Let's see. Michigan State upset number 9 Maryland. Yeah, that was it. That was all on Saturday. One day.
There have been 40
Una Dios.
losses in the top 25 teams to unranked teams this year. And actually more than that, I think it's like top 15 this season. There was only like 27 last year.
Predicting Iowa to the Elite Eight, Jay.
In the Big Ten, there are 8 teams in the rankings this week. Maryland, Michigan State, Iowa, Ohio State, Penn State, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan. You're predicting them to go to the Elite Eight.
Yes, sir.
So as a 5, then they upset the 4, which I think Louisville was the 4 and the one that I looked at.
Louisville's been so inconsistent this year.
Louisville.
But that's the one I saw.
Louisville.
Iowa would play the play-in, but that's just the one that's the first 4 in. That's coming up before we know it.
What was that?
That was a wildcat.
So yeah, you got to figure out when you're negotiating your new job with
Yeah,
7G.
by the way, if she's not getting like a $40,000 raise,
yeah,
then just fire Chad Rout.
you got to say I have to go back. Like maybe even the Monday before the St. Patrick's Day one. That's a little wonky because everyone's doing things. But the 16th, you got to come do a bracket.
A bracket.
Hannah, you too.
Oh,
Well,
no.
aren't you you're the
I'm the
graphic
expert.
designer? You have to graphically design one with
You
our
design
logo
it,
on
I'll
it.
have the pics.
Come on, Coral.
I can't see her right now, but I don't think she sounds very amused.
She looks amused. Her lips quivering. She's in fear.
That's like I'm just so in over my head for March.
A bracket seriously
It
will
is
take
March. You're gonna be
like
fine.
8
Do you
minutes
know how
for
to
you to
swim?
find
I know,
that to
because
fill out.
First of all, what is that shirt?
Bush latte.
What if I get you?
Or
What if I get
Jay's
you some little
favorite shirt
floaties?
today.
Where's mine?
What if I get you some little arm floaties?
It's a women's shirt.
Oh.
Let's
Make
not
her-
go, let's
I
not go
gave
down
you
this
one
hole again.
before.
I know,
It's
but I
not-
like those colors. better.
It's not
Well,
funny.
I didn't
Those are
choose
pretty.
them. Hallie made them. Call
not-
Hallie.
It's not funny.
Hallie?
Hallie.
She's in trouble with me.
It's not funny.
What's wrong, Jay?
The whole bush latte
Bush
thing. I just don't want.
latte?
I don't want to go down the whole.
We're not doing it again. We're not doing it again.
Just
Just cut
I-
it.
I'm not-
I
Are you
already-
still mad about this?
I already
yeah,
wore
might
it
as
out
well.
of the
Might as
house
well die in
today.
this
All right, here you go, Jay.
No, we're good.
Here you go.
Here
This
we
I
go.
think will actually make you happy, and I think
Oh,
you'll agree with me.
okay.
Here we go.
Bush
You
latte.
guys-
They dropped the ball.
Oh,
What? Come on.
Hear me out, okay?
We're not doing this.
They should have done an actual Bush latte
PPR did.
before PBR did.
Okay, I agree.
PBR latte?
Their
hard
hard
coffee.
coffee.
They're calling it latte?
No,
they
it's just
Bush
a hard
Latte
coffee.
should have done their own coffee,
Hey.
iced coffee drink.
But I think they
Okay.
want to
They already-
keep doing the seasonal Bush Latte packaging
Yeah.
for Bush Light.
Because
Yep.
they already branded it. Yeah.
They already
I put a
branded
lot
it.
of weird alcohol in this body.
Today,
It is not ever going to be PBR coffee, whatever else.
And-
But it's
have
just
you, have
like-
you had it?
I'm
No,
not
I
gonna
just said
defend
it.
it.
Everybody says
Yeah.
it's great.
No, I
But
don't like it.
I'm
not-
but
I know we
But
got
this
we
is
have,
a
we have our-
7G
we have
sponsored
our,
show,
we have our
so we're not
7G
gonna
day
talk
today,
about
so
it.
we're
But
not.
really quick, I want to just clear up a misconception, even though it's literally not our product. But the same way that people think that Bud Light Seltzer has Bud Light in it,
Yeah.
that is not true.
Correct.
Is how
So it
people
doesn't
think
have
that there's
PBR
PBR in the
No.
hard coffee. There's not
It's just
PBR
the
in the
brand,
coffee.
right.
It's just
Yeah.
the brand.
Right.
But even-
Thank you
yeah.
for saying and clarifying that.
Well,
because-
that is funny, though, because you're right. People have come to me going, so, does it taste like Bud Light? And I go,
No, there's no beer in
it's
it.
seltzer, you.
They've said the same
And
thing
I
about
use
the
I
Bush
use the
Latte
DA.
cans.
Yeah.
You dumb
ding along.
SOB.
But you know what?
Like,
if you're-
how are you that dumb? Like,
But if you guys aren't, if the typical consumer is not like us, where they're constantly, involved in the beer industry, liquor industry, whatever, I mean, they're not going to understand it. And I think that some brands need to do a better job of marketing it and making it clear to the consumer because, maybe our distributors, our owners, our managers, maybe our bartenders, they get it because they deal with it
Right.
every day, all day.
I
Our
didn't
typical
even-
consumer does not.
I didn't even think about we get asked a lot of dumb questions, but
Is
That-
there
that's-
beer in it? Is there Bud Light in it? No. But
there's
I will
also not
say,
beer in this vodka soda.
People
But-
say it tastes like beer. I'm like,
Yeah,
How?
but like the Bud Light Seltzer packaging, it literally says on it, there is no beer in here.
Right.
And I don't
So-
think people read it.
Same
but-
with
Fireballs
Bush
have
Latte.
real fire in it?
Huh?
But that makes my
Hey, T-Roy, can I get an IPA?
that makes my that was
Can I
actually
get a- or my favorite is Lager.
yeah.
An IPA. I've had somebody ask me for an IPA.
I've never heard
Actually-
that
I
one.
go, you mean-
Lager.
That's
you mean-
bad.
You mean
I just heard it
you
last
mean
night.
you would like an IPA? Yeah. Okay, you know that's not a brand, right?
I want the IPA.
And then
People don't get it.
That's real.
that one's bad.
People just don't get it.
That person is out there right now.
But every time I do a sampling in Dyersville, it's, can I get a
There's someone
Lager?
out there.
Can I get a copper Lager?
Yeah.
I'm
to
like,
your
no.
point about what you said about the customer, the average customer doesn't know or they're not educated.
Mhm.
It's the same way I feel about when we have a session IPA.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe that you're gonna say to the customer, they're like, oh no, you can drink a lot of these IPAs because the ABV isn't that high. They're gonna go, I don't care.
Right.
They're just gonna go, what?
It's
I
very
didn't.
sessionable.
None of them are really. I don't care who
Jay,
you.
give it the lingo.
I don't care who you get. Who you get to go draw on your chalkboard, and then one column ABV, and then
I use Caitlin McKenna.
Or
She does a great
my
job.
don't
favorite.
care. No one's going. Oh, all right, 9.2.
I like this one because it only has 92 IBUs.
Yeah.
But you know what my favorite is when a bar writes on a chalkboard or menu or whatever, DDH IPA. Nobody knows what that means. Unless
Say-
you're us
say that again?
and you know it's DDH IPA.
Okay.
Double dry hopped IPA.
IPA.
Like some people, the average consumer has absolutely no clue what that
ask
means.
that to your bartender too, and watch their eyes roll. It's a double.
But it's double
Just do
dry.
your job.
Well, what's double dry? What's
Do your
double,
job. Make-
what's
make me
double
still
Don't know
popcorn.
what it is. Don't drink
What
it.
makes it dry? What makes it this? What makes
Jay,
it that?
it's wet hopped.
I don't know.
First of all, it's wet hopped. Is the better way to go.
Okay.
Really.
Here
I
we
mean,
go.
You get juicier. You get more citrus in there, and they're also tend to be more sessionable.
Doesn't look very hazy.
Here we go. It'll make you hazy. I'll tell you what.
Tell you
What?
what. I tell you what.
Jay sucks at it.
I'm fine.
As we're
Hey, we're
as
talking
we're
about very relevant
as we're
topics.
Joey Mossberging ourselves here with the
Oh
Malibus.
God, who's
Fine.
Pinky up.
huh? Who's paying my tab?
Who's gonna clean up the blood later?
Oh Lord,
What is happening?
showing off the rails.
Oh,
All
buddy.
right,
All right,
Jay,
well,
back to sports.
All right.
Yeah, we got some things to talk about. We've got XFL against the spread picks to make. We get to talk.
Jay's big win.
What's that? Oh yeah. Oh, what happened?
XFL Survivor, buddy.
Oh, I'm the last.
You
one
are the
standing.
survivor.
Oh, Oh,
I'm not
you're a
surprised.
survivor.
I'm not surprised.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah,
Look at you.
yeah, not surprised, guys. Not one
I
bit.
hate what's
That's
happening.
That's
right.
how
I mean,
well-
he is
See?
XFL Shefty.
All
don't
that
know what's
extensive research and
I hate
knowledge
it.
that Jay Foster has about the XFL.
I know we did this.
Held true.
What am I sitting at now?
great.
9-5, and
I tied
not
for second.
9-5. No,
11-5, Jay.
11-5 so far in the year, and against the spread. That's pretty good. That's so. If you're following me, you're making money. So yeah, I feel good about it. That's not guessing lines, which we're gonna do when we come back, though.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't
we gotta
wait.
take a break though.
Got exciting news, ladies.
Yeah. What is
You know Vans Pizza More opened up there by the Plex.
Yeah.
I had a lot of
The
that last night.
TPK Plex.
They have now. This is March.
Yeah.
Madness.
Launching some new stuff.
Like what?
Burger baskets,
Ooh.
personal pizzas,
No way.
and this month only, it's backed by popular demand.
Ruben.
Reuben Pizza, Sergi. That's right.
Yes.
It is fantastic,
I'm
Reno.
pumped.
All you have to do is call Vans Pizza and More at 563-232-1396, and they're going to have any of those items hot and ready for you to carry
Or
out.
I call Bubby's and have him bring us some
Or-
home.
Or you can do that.
If you
Yes.
live in Bettendorf,
If
you
you live
can
in
get it
Bettendorf,
delivered.
it can be delivered. Remember, the delivery area is limited, so when you call Vans Pizza and More, that number once again, 563-232-1396, make sure you ask. Vans Pizza and More, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
This is Turk Wendell, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
At Casey's, we're here for traditions like game night or movie night, and for making them a little more special with a tradition of our own. Casey's Classic Taco Pizza, made fresh with delicious, high-quality ingredients and baked right in our store. And every day this month, you can get a large taco pizza for just $13.99. So order a taco pizza from Casey's and make your tradition more special, even if it's just a last-minute dinner. Casey's, here for traditions, here for good. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
The Will Kane Show.
Joe Judge became head coach of the New York Giants. As I walked up today in the hallways, Mike A gave me that good to see you smile, but it's more like a wince because Nuno was nearby. We weren't really worried about anger so much as hurt feelings.
It was an apologetic look, like you'd see when you know somebody's had a rough day, like, how you holding up, big guy? How you doing, champ?
Wait a minute. We're all about honesty here. No one's like that. We want to see each other miserable. Like, that's what everyone was hoping for, is that I would be miserable, because it would have just been great for the show, right? Like, I would have to produce this show, and on a Monday after Jason Garrett's just sitting here clapping away, and then I can't even speak.
And just out of curiosity, not for any personal interest of mine or Mike A's or Bubba's, how miserable are you?
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand?
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot!
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Escúchame, it is Dan Levatacion, ESPN Radio.
It is funny to have a coach say, no, I didn't mean to call them thugs. I meant to call them slugs. And I just want to officially parse the dumbest possible way we could ever discuss race in sports. Did the old guy mean slugs or thugs? If he meant thugs, racist. If he meant slugs, just good coaching. Maybe he's just old and made a verbal mistake because they fly around a lot and he's old. It is a great defense, though. It really is, because I believe him. I believe that he meant to say slugs.
I mean, it's really the only defense you can go to, right?
Racist!
I'm old. I meant to say slugs.
No, slugs! I'm just old and doddering. I'm not racist. Just old.
The Dan Levitard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
It's on to postseason tournament action for men's and women's basketball teams at Augustana College. Meanwhile, spring sports are coming out of hibernation. Baseball and softball, tennis and golf, lacrosse and track and field, all coming to a field, court, or course near you. And don't forget about men's volleyball, returning to the Carver Center on March 11th, hosting Greenville. For more event information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
Ace Muffler Clinic has been serving the Quad Cities area for over 60 years. There's a reason why our customers continue to trust us with their vehicles. We can fix almost anything. We can fix your muffler, tune your brakes, change your oil, change your tires, replace your battery, customize your exhaust, tune your engine, repair your suspension, replace your radiator and your water pump. Align your automobile, refill your transmission fluid, and change your filters. And we believe in doing all those things right the first time. For fast, friendly service, visit Ace Muffler Clinic at 4th Ave and 15th Street in Rock Island.
Heading out of town? Stay connected to Quad City Sports with Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing. From the Quad City Sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, we're back. I want to remind you to make sure you utilize our friends from Locals Love Us. They have an easy-to-navigate table of contents on their little guide that's all over town, or you can go to localsloveus.com, click on Quad Cities, and browse your favorites. It's easy to use, and they rank the most popular places for you. That's Locals Love Us, your guide to the best. And we're back from break. Jay, and how's it going?
It's going well. I know you were listening yesterday, everybody, so I don't think I have to give you too much of a background, but I would like your input on this. There is a bill in the Iowa that got passed by the Iowa Senate going on to the Iowa House that would allow middle schoolers and high schoolers to option out of physical education class if they are in show choir.
Say that again, please.
All right, so the kid is in show choir. Their parents go to the administrator, the superintendent, or whoever is in charge, whatnot, and they say, my kid is in show choir. I want them to option out a gym. They are going to do the 120 minutes of activity that they probably would get or more. Necessary 120 minutes in a gym class. What that's going to do is they would, instead of taking gym, it would open up for them to take other classes like AP courses and whatnot. It's not like supposedly it's not for like an open hour. Middle school, high school, they don't have to take physical education because they are in show choir.
I think middle school it's really important to be doing that, but maybe in high school I could see it, but I mean, I didn't take any type of physical education junior and senior year, but I went to a career center for half the day. So I only took 3 classes in high school.
Mm-hmm. It's not physical movement, it's physical education. Come on.
Okay.
Knock it off. Just
That's actually a good point.
Go
My thing
go to your PE class.
My thing with the middle school is that middle school rarely is there a lot of electives. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole idea, I get that you're trying to take AP courses and everything else, but I don't.
What's an AP course?
Advanced placement, so that they can get college credits.
I tested out
in middle school.
These kids are
middle
12.
Schoolers aren't doing it.
These kids are 12 and 13 years old. You're right.
High school I get, but not middle school.
Someone said Troy's head is going to explode over this one.
I think I like
the problem is you got too many, and I'll just say it, I don't even care. And if I get backlash on it, they can kiss my ass. There are just too many dorks and nerds that decided that somehow they're running the country. And I guess what? You know what? And the jockers are going to fight back eventually.
All right, guys, I got to go work out real quick.
Yeah,
I'm just
revenge of the
gonna
nerds.
throw someone's head in a toilet and flush it.
Done.
Jazz hands.
Like, if you geeks want to have your little geek class where you sing and do it, I don't care, but I'm tired of it. Just do it. It doesn't have to be a bill passed. I'm tired of you trying to tell me. I don't need the government telling me what to do because you nerds feel left out. Screw off, man. And you know what? You can call it right.
It's not that, Troy. What I'm telling you is
that it's a bunch of garbage, dude.
But
all they do is piss and moan, Jay.
There's just loopholes. That's the problem. Instead of just automatically going there, you can look at the standards and say, like, okay, you can make an argument how show choir can hit these standards or benchmarks. There's an argument there. But the problem is it doesn't stop there because then you have to have cheerleading, you have to have dance competition, teams that do that, and eventually you're going to have esports teams that are saying, I need to get out of it too. My thing is this.
Right.
Then my son doesn't ever have to take gym because he can just catalog all his TikTok videos. And by the time he gets to middle school, high school, he can say, I'm out.
Yeah.
I've already, just give me the credit now.
You're right.
What about these? What about these?
But you know what?
What about
Learning
these
a
people?
TikTok dance is a workout. I'll tell you that.
See? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you go to school to become a physical education teacher, that's a different degree than the other teaching positions.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you're making that obsolete?
I don't know why they're.
Hey, thanks for
comparing
going to
the
school
two.
for this. Your kids can actually, they don't have to learn from you. They're going to go over here and...
It's a physical education. It's learning
What do
about
they-
this stuff. It's
they all
your
think
body and fitness and-
incorporated movements and fitness.
Yeah.
It's not physical movement. It's not then.
That used to be my
It's-
favorite
it-
class.
It's for PE,
Sir,
then they could just go
physical
walk around the
education.
building.
It's learning. It's learning to work as a team. It teaches teamwork. It teaches that. It teaches how to follow instructions, follow rules. Rules that apply. Rules apply to life. By the way, you don't break the law, you go to jail. Dingbat. You learn that in physical education. What do you learn in choir class?
Okay, you know what?
If
I
I
was
sing
in
really
choir.
good and I
was in it.
I'm going to be the next Kanye West or whoever else. Good for you.
Oh,
But
here we
guess
go.
what? Those are 1 in a million.
Sure.
You know
Okay.
the world needs ditch diggers too, Danny.
Oh, jeez.
Standard 1, according to a 6th through 8th grade standards for physical education class, demonstrates competency in a variety of motor skills and movement patterns. Is that not choreographed movement patterns?
Yeah. I mean, coming from a dance background, I can see this, but
I see
Well,
that.
I'm a dancer too.
I'm not saying that dancing's not a physical activity.
At the Copacabana.
What rules do you?
Do you dance
What
that
rules
much
do you
for
learn in
showtime?
this though? What
It's
rules do you learn to
fully
follow?
choreographed.
Because it's a judging contest. So then you're going to learn failure because some judge doesn't like your mom.
But you're talking about working together. You have to work with
Or
space.
maybe Mrs. Gump really cared about her kid's
You
education
have to work with space
more than you
because
did,
you
and
only
her
have a
kid got
limited
ahead.
time. You have a limited time, limited
Yeah,
amount of
there's-
space to move around, and you have partners.
Okay,
You do
there's
have to-
overlap. There's overlap. Sure, that's fine, but it's different.
It
Bring
leads
it- bring
to
it-
Why
bring
is,
it-
why is every?
Bring in
Listen,
Mrs.
if it's
Klinger.
not broke, why are we fixing it?
Bring in Sarah Klinger.
What's
and see
wrong
what she
with
has to say about
PA?
this.
What
She's
is
the one
wrong
that
with
gave me the
PE?
There you go, buddy.
What was wrong with PE?
why
Were
don't
kids
we go
failing
home
PE?
All right.
and watch a video of what show choir is, and then come back to this tomorrow?
We actually need a PE teacher on here to tell you this. There's also a lot of times where you can drive by
You know
a
what
junior
happened?
high now when they're outside. Some are just walking around in circles because
Some
they don't
nerd
want to
took
be
a dodgeball to the head.
Oh,
That's what
not
happened.
anymore.
Roy.
No. It is to open up so that they can take other classes to get their advanced placement and college credits for it. That's not really why, but that's how they're using
Geeks
it.
attacking me on the.
No,
Right,
no,
stop
no.
saying
There's okay.
geeks
There's
and nerds
there's a
and
lot-
jocks and everything else. I mean,
Hey, I'm a geek
you're
and a
not
nerd.
wrong, but it's like he's a little bit of sensitivity. I mean, poor Quito a little bit. Just
Porquito.
I'm not saying go out and pick on anybody because they don't want to participate in
Here we
gym
go.
class.
On the
But
Heritage
what I mean-
Pub
but it's not the
Facebook comment
kids I'm
thread.
yelling at. I'm yelling at the parents. The parents are the ones out here making this stupid passing a bill.
Somebody tell Stephen A to calm down.
Like, do you have to have like does there have to be a movement every 3 days about something that matters for not?
Show choir lives matter.
Like exactly. Like we have so many other issues going on at schools, and this is the one thing we're worried about. This is it. This is the bill we're gonna pass because this is gonna fix everything. Like,
I'm overwhelmed.
Get the GD out of here.
All right, so E's or A's. So they should teach you how to pay your bills and manage a checking account before PE.
That's a great call.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, that was the argument then, and Erickson said that yesterday. He said, "Well, then can you opt out if you take
teach them what
if you take
a
home
Democratic
ec,
Republic
Just
is."
a second. If you take home ec, can you opt out of like chemistry class because you are mixing ingredients and you're becoming it's a science.
There's going to be overlaps in every subject. There's going to be an overlap. It doesn't mean you get to opt out of one because you covered part of this in another course.
Listen, I never wanted to learn how to sew, Jay, but guess what? I had to do it. I had to take home economics class with a teacher that couldn't pronounce my GD name.
Hey,
I
I
had
didn't
to
want to
do
learn
it.
logarithms, but I had to.
Had to do it.
I don't know how to balance my checkbook, but it sure as hell knew how to square dance.
I can find
Awesome.
the circumference of a
Well, I
circle.
took math, so I was pretty good at balancing the checkbook.
I'm kidding.
But what I'm getting at is, there's a lot of dumb classes I took when I was a kid that probably didn't pertain
There's
to me.
too many questions. Do they get a grade or is it pass fail? How does that work towards a GPA? All these things I don't understand.
I mean, how many times did I have to sing the elephant dance?
If I
hated that song.
played this thing for you, you'd listen to because KCRG just did something over the weekend,
Sure
and
they
that's how
did.
I started doing it. It's not like they're reporting it because of a political affiliation.
No, it's
They're
not
just-
because they're geeks.
It was a news, and Marion was
we have,
hosting.
We have five.
Marion's hosting.
We have 5 PE teachers at North High School just loving this right now.
Because I don't agree with it or whatever else. Or
What
anything
I'm
like that.
getting at is
Just why
there's
mess with
nothing
it?
wrong with
Thank
PE.
you.
If you
Leave
want
it
to
alone.
add a new thing, an extracurricular thing called show choir,
Do it.
do it. Let's get after it. I almost said.
It's not falling under the athletics. Like, so here's the
Why it can fall under a different extracurricular activity.
So here's the other thing. There's a
Start a show
standard-
choir then.
Does everybody now in show choir in the district or whatever else, do they all have to perform to the same Justin Bieber or Enrique Iglesias routine song?
Oh my god.
What
There's a
song are you
standard.
coming up with?
I don't
love it.
know, but it's a mashup, right? Because you can do whatever you want if you're a good show choir teacher, which I would be. But wouldn't you have to? There's standard and benchmarks instead of just movement. There's got to be certain things. Like if you take a test, it's pretty much kind of all the way across. If you get together with your, okay, let's say I'm teaching. I'll just take you through this. If we're all teaching like American history, all right, we're getting together and we're doing our curriculum all the same, all right. So at the school board, let's say Davenport School Board, and they have a district athletic director, does he go now to the show choir and he's like, listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go out there and find the best.
I want you to do Breakfast Club as a musical.
That's not show choir. You're missing this completely.
Show choir singing songs and doing choreographed dances at the same time.
Yeah, jazz square.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
But it's a lot more than that.
Breakfast Club into a musical.
What kind of dances? I need to see
But it's not a musical because they're not doing any type of acting. They're just
lights so bright on Broadway.
Is that mostly
That's Grease, Jay.
No,
That's show
it's
choir.
jazz.
Show choir is Grease.
I don't know.
That's not jazz.
No, that's how the song starts
That's
out.
German porn.
So hold on. So
Troy.
did you do show choir?
No, but have you
Did you?
seen
I
Pitch
sure
Perfect?
did.
Okay,
I
and
absolutely did show choir. Yes, I
That's
did.
what that is.
Yes.
all right, and
What's the question?
what did you perform?
Lots.
Yeah, that's it.
We did a lot.
But you know what Pitch Perfect
What
is?
song did you do?
Oh, a ton.
Okay.
All right, we got too many conversations going on right here.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
Well,
All right, she's saying show choir is Pitch Perfect. I'm like, okay,
The movie
that's a
Pitch
summer
Perfect.
camp.
That's what
Yeah,
what
okay,
show choir
here.
is.
It's choir camp.
No.
Confession time.
Oh my god. Here
I've
we
done
go.
musicals.
All right, so-
I've done plays.
So have I.
I've done
so
show
have
choir.
I'm done
I haven't
with
done show
this
choir.
chair. I'm done.
That wasn't a thing.
I did marching band. I did jazz band. I did concert band.
do that.
Did a cappella group.
I would have been good at that.
I
not do
did
that.
dance.
I'm not saying
Okay,
it's
wanna know
wrong
what else
to
I
do
did?
any of
I
that.
still did PE.
Same.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
And I turned out great.
Of course you did. I'm not saying there's anything. All right, I know I'm teasing and making fun and doing the geek thing and all this, but I bet you know that's tongue in cheek. I don't care. I love all this stuff
I
too.
did too much, man. That's why I had to get my hip replaced at 38.
See, there you go. He had too much in it.
going on.
It's all in the
You're
hips,
38?
baby.
I thought you were 40.
Oh, Coral. We were all friends here, and then that just happened.
Gonna miss you, Coral.
Yeah.
Not so much. I'm just saying, why do we need the government to tell us what we can do in our schools?
Because it gives the kids confidence, T-Roy.
It
And the
does?
thing is, as the quote says from the show choir director, I believe at Marion High School, and I can pull it up from KCRG, he's like, you know, it's an awkward thing when these kids come into high school because they're no longer kids and they're not adults. You know what my answer to that is? Yeah, they're teenagers. Hey, that's all it is. But there's so much anxiety in these 4 years that they need to have this.
Is there?
Yes. This confidence in themselves, and that's what not only does it do all these things at the benchmark.
Yeah, Easter egg time. We'll bring my Captain America shield.
Did you see that?
There's nothing nerdy about comic books.
Nerds.
You're just jealous because you don't have one. I'll bring my Thor hammer
There's
too.
plenty of nerdiness about comic books too.
T-Ray took shield throwing.
I did.
The number one nerdy thing about comic books are the ones that must insist that it's graphic novels.
I want to see Easter A's do some show choir. I think he has 2 left feet. I don't think he can dance.
I would think he falls in line with agreeing with us on this.
You just don't take away PE. You don't give the option to not have PE.
That's only if they're in show choir.
Okay.
One, middle schoolers shouldn't have this option to getting
I
out of
agree.
it.
I think it
2,
should be high school.
cheerleading, and then dance should be allowed as well. Then esports, you're opening up the door to taking things away that aren't under the physical education. Serge said it best. It's not physical movement.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now that I really think about it, I think because I did volleyball, I didn't have to take physical
all
education.
athletes
Okay.
at my school didn't either, but we had to take weightlifting. Which
Yeah,
is
so
yes,
in
but that was part of my conditioning, anyways.
Yeah, like if you in college at Augie, local college, to do your one physical education credit for the year, if you participate in a varsity sport, you opted out. Okay, that's at the college level. Yeah. You're talking 18 and older.
Oh,
By the way,
we didn't have
you're paying for that.
Right. You know, we're talking. You go take this all the way back to junior high, just like.
But Serge, let me go to once again. You're at the college level. Guess who's paying for that? You are paying for that. Guess who's paying for? Guess whose tax dollars are getting wasted on this choir program? Mine. Because now you got to go and spend all this money on stage stuff and
it's an extracurricular
costumes.
It's an extracurricular.
All right, but you're going to tell me that there's all these things that money's going to have to go to for all this, and you're going to have to hire someone to teach it. Oh, there we go. Maybe one of those administrators can get demoted down to that.
Right.
That'll
work.
work.
Eric says, I walked to the lunchroom today for school. I want a PE credit for that. We don't go to Walking 101. You know? Jay's going to take yogging for $400, please. Sorry, advanced yogging.
I don't know. Is this thing going through or what?
Is what going through?
The bill? Is it passed?
It made it through Senate.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're on.
Whatever.
Listen to this anymore?
I don't know why I even care. It doesn't bother me one bit. I mean, I don't think Hazel's going to do...
He says it doesn't bother me.
She's not going to do... I don't know if she's going to do it or not. I don't really care. But it's just silly. I'd rather have her learn something other than that, but whatever.
Snowflakes.
Anyways, Malibu Splash.
Yeah, it's great.
Brought to you by show choirs all across the nation. Jazz hands. You know what?
You got jazz hands.
When I'm done with show choir, you know what I like to put in my jazz hands? Malibu Splash.
Because of my lack of physical activity, though, I don't have enough strength to open the can.
Oh my goodness.
What?
No, I mean it's a.
You guys are making my head explode.
No,
corral cheese.
Fun talk.
So many people talking at once.
You know, Jay, I do recall one song that we did in show choir.
Okay.
Because like I said, we did a lot.
All right.
We did. I'm talking like 5 or 6 each year. I remember doing "Get Happy."
Shut up, Anderson.
Like from the Partridge Family. Come
Pack up
on,
your troubles and just get happy.
happy.
Better chase all your cares away. Sing, oh, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day.
That's from a Broadway song show, isn't it? Yeah.
It's Judy Garland.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
They have
I just went super nerd.
movie about her now.
See, when Coral's here, I get to see the comments. It's great.
Yeah. They have a movie about it. They gave an Oscar away and everything for it.
Go to show choir and get your Malibu Splash.
Oh.
I think you can't have that in middle school.
No.
What?
Splash.
No. Not in high school either.
Oh, it's the trunk of my car. You could have.
Troy?
What?
We
I
promote
didn't say the
responsible
back seat.
drinking.
I said in my car in high school.
Go check Gutenberg's trunk of his Pinto and get all that Malibu Splash out of there.
Until senior year, it was a primary grade Chevy Nova, and senior year it was a '69 Camaro.
All right.
My uncle likes to tell people about his sweet vet that he has out there. He gets out there and says Chevette.
yeah, that's great.
Let's do our XFL.
Dun, 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 dun.
When we come back from break.
Dun, 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 dun,
teaser.
Yeah.
He really gets you with that.
I do, don't I?
For nearly 12 years, Coral, you know what's been going on?
12 years.
Pints has been providing the Quad Cities with some of the best beer, drinks, and good times around. Join them Monday through Friday for happy hour 3 to 6 and have some of that complimentary Vans Pizza at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
You know you love that.
Oh, yeah.
Stop in any day of the week for a daily special. That's Pints, 5268 Utica Ridge Road in Davenport.
This is Rachel Alger with St. Ambrose University, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
In walks this 24-year-old brown-haired lady nurse, and she goes, I'm going to be the one removing your catheter. Oh, God. Then she goes, I have to tell you this. She goes, I've never actually done this before. What? Well, go practice on a dead guy.
Don't miss Billing Vol. Live for 2 shows Friday, March 6th. Rhythm City Casino Resort. Tickets on sale now at rhythmcitycasino.com, by phone, and in person at the Market Gift Shop.
Don't settle for the aggravation of sunken concrete around your home or business. Call Top Notch Mudjacking to fix your uneven concrete. Let us raise those sections that can cause unnecessary wear and tear to your vehicles at a fraction of the cost. We also offer joint and crack sealing to prolong the life of your concrete. Servicing residential, commercial, and industrial areas. We offer warranty, senior, and military discounts, and free estimates. Check us out online. Top-notch mudjacking. Don't settle. Jack it up.
Sí, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
Roy, who is feeling older every day, and I think this is universal for people in sports, that you sort of can calendar your own age by guys you saw growing up playing when you loved sports, having kids who are now playing sports. But Roy has never felt older than he did during the break when, very sadly, he just said to me, Frank Gore's kid has enrolled at Southern Miss, and it's the first time you can remember an active athlete of any sort having a kid, but it's only because Frank Gore has been in the league 4 yards at a time since 1982.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
Why would you when you still get 4 yards?
Frank Gore Jr. is going to put it on the poll, Antonio. Is Frank Gore Jr. going to retire from football sooner than Frank Gore Sr.?
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Make your next new or used purchase a slam dunk at Sexton Ford. With a huge selection of new Ford cars and trucks, you'll have the full court press advantage each and every time. You'll be treated like a star from sales to service, auto body to parts. Sexton also has a strong bench of mildly used vehicles, too. Why wait? The game's on at Sexton Ford in Moline.
Oh, yeah. Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
The Will Kane Show.
Joe Judge became head coach of the New York Giants. As I walked up today in the hallways, Mike A gave me that good to see you smile, but it's more like a wince because Nuno was nearby. We weren't really worried about anger so much as hurt feelings.
It was an apologetic look, like you'd see when you know somebody's had a rough day, like, how you holding up, big guy? How you doing, champ?
Wait a minute. We're all about honesty here. No one's like that. We want to see each other miserable. Like, that's what everyone was hoping for, is that I would be miserable, because it would have just been great for the show, right? Like, I would have to produce this show, and on a Monday after Jason Garrett's just sitting here clapping away, and then I can't even speak.
And just out of curiosity, not for any personal interest of mine or Mike A's or Bubba's, how miserable are you?
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
So you're what they call an industrial athlete, but this ain't no gym. You're working hard. Do you got the right tools to get the job done? Would you play football and roller skates? I don't think so. So if your gear is beat up, tore up, all around mucked up, come on in and boot up at Quad City Safety, 5311 Tremont Avenue, Davenport. Or check us out at quadcitysafety.com.
Drive around all day with the latest sports talk in your car. The Quad City Sports Leader is ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back to ESPN 1170. We're live here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright TV and Security. 12:48 on a Tuesday. What, about 50 degrees out there?
Very windy, though.
Really windy?
It is windy.
Yeah, you know what they say about March.
It's mad.
No. In like
The
a
Ides
lion,
orange?
in like a lion out like a lamb.
Okay.
You never heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean you guess? It's a yes or no question. You've never heard any.
Yeah.
Yes or
I said yeah.
But then you said I guess the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for you to say I guess now all of a sudden.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. It's true, right?
Yeah.
In like a lion out like a lamb.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
why
was
you're
cute.
answering me like that.
What?
Nothing.
But that's
I just bonged at beer.
Yeah. Well, not
That
just
was
now,
like
but-
an hour ago.
I know, but that's
Tell
hitting me now.
Tell him, Coral.
That's a proverb, Jay.
Is it?
It's an old proverb.
Oh, well, look at me.
19th century proverb.
Uh-oh, Jay. Look at you. You're proverb
She learned,
candidate.
she learned that in show choir?
I did not.
Oh,
I don't
here
know.
we go.
I feel like my grandparents always said that, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And I do remember like being in first grade. You know when they put the calendar on the board. I remember like my teacher putting a image of a lion at the beginning of March and then a lamb at the end of it, saying the same thing. I was like, oh, look at that. Teacher said it. My grandpa said it. Must be true. So
Must be true.
sounds good to me.
Okay, in like a lion, out like a lamb. It's always seemed like a straightforward enough proverb. March starts, it's still winter. By the end of the month, spring has begun.
I've literally never heard that in my life.
Really?
You're so young, though.
All right, so we're going into week 5 of the XFL.
How many weeks are there?
Too many.
There are 8.
Wow, we're getting close to the championship.
Yep. 8 weeks. So we got to guess the lines for week 5.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Coral, it's time to play.
You guys
It's time
didn't
to
even tell me
play.
how I did the last time I guessed.
It's time to play the game.
Are you going to text me and tell me how I did?
I can't remember. You did really well, actually. It was great.
Did I?
Yeah.
How about it?
All right, we got 4 games on the docket this week. Jay and I have gone through and picked the spreads and the over-unders for each one of these games.
Don't listen. I mean, for one time, the XFL Shefty was wrong. There's 10 weeks, not 8. So
Wow.
after this, we'll be halfway through.
All right, Chef.
This is week 5.
All right.
So we're going to guess the lines. And then Jake from Elite Sportsbook will be in the second hour, and he'll let us know how we did. All right?
All right.
Who wants to guess?
You go first. It's Seattle at Houston. And I already wrote mine down.
Well, I wrote mine down, too.
Okay.
I did not.
Seattle just put B.J. Daniels at quarterback in the second half in their loss to St. Louis Battlehawks. They did cover spread. Houston is led by P.J. Walker. They're undefeated.
MVP candidate.
MVP candidate. I might be a little low, but I am, for the first time this season, guessing in the double digits. I have Houston minus 10.
Wow.
That's right.
A lot of confidence in that. Maybe it's because Seattle's at the bottom of his power rankings, but that doesn't matter. I still think Seattle can throw up some points. Houston gives up points. I have Houston minus 7.5, Coral.
Am I putting mine in?
No, you don't have to.
What the heck?
You can if you want.
What happened to DC?
I'll have you guess for
Remember when DC was good?
They went away from home.
Coral, do
They
you have a
return
guess
home
on
this
it?
week.
Houston minus 5.
Houston minus 5. Okay.
Surge? Got a guess?
You said 10. Coral said 5. What'd you say, T-Ray?
I'm going to guess right in the middle.
No. Wow, I like Jays. I'll go minus 9 is what the spread is going to be. I think it's going to be a lot more lopsided than that.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Screw it. I'll go minus 12.
Okay.
That's a good one. If St. Louis got all the way up to 12 at home against Seattle, it should be that high. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, Hannah, how much XFL are you watching? Tons?
0.
Oh.
Yeah, it's early though.
It's really not, though.
I mean, our survivor pool is only over for the year already.
I'm a survivor.
Good stuff. The second game, the New York Guardians head to Dallas. New quarterback at the helm in Luis Perez. Landry Jones threw 3 interceptions in the first quarter of their loss last week to Houston. That was at home as well. Dallas is 0-2 at home this season and 0-2 against the spread at home this season. T-Roy, what do you got?
Dallas minus 3.5.
Ladies,
What?
what do you got for a spread here? Dallas and
What
the
is it?
Guardians.
Guardians.
Your guess. Okay, Guardians.
Minus 7.
Oh, that's a solid guess.
Jay?
I have Dallas minus 4.5.
Surge?
Dallas minus 6. Ain't no guess. That's what it's going to be.
There you go. Those are the 2 games on Saturday. On Sunday, St. Louis Battlehawks travel to
Oh, that's going to be a bloodbath.
the DC Defenders. St. Louis is... Ooh, what are they? I know they covered against the spread at Dallas. Where else did they go? They went down to Tampa Bay, right? So they're 2-0 on the road.
They won at LA.
Okay, they won at LA.
They won
and at Dallas.
at
They're 2-0
Seattle.
on the road. DC is 2-0 at home. St. Louis covered against that. They're 2-0 against the spread. DC is 2-0 against the spread. This is a tough one then. But DC has not looked good the last 2 games. I'm taking the Battlehawks as the road favorite at minus 3.
I got a minus 1.
Minus 4.5. Battlehawks on the road.
Corral?
Caw. Caw.
-5.
Which one, Seattle or DC?
Seattle.
Let me Seattle, St. Louis. Sorry.
What game you got?
I have the STL. I don't know how I even didn't put that as St. Louis in front of me. All right. And the final game, Tampa Bay Vipers travel to Los Angeles to take on the Wildcats.
Oh, I know this one.
You do? Then go first.
That's gonna be
Wildcats -7.
It's gonna be a suck fest.
Surge.
Cats in house.
I hope they tie.
Oh, actually, we haven't had a tie yet in the XFL.
It's a 0-0 tie. This
We have
stupid
not
game.
seen a tie yet in the XFL. I want to see the rules.
Old fashioned Wildcats -3.
Jaybird?
Coral's right. It's real close. I have Wildcats
Ayo.
-9.
I have.
Really?
I have Wildcats -2.5.
Mm-mm.
All right, let's go back and do our over-unders.
Come on. You know the XFL rule. The East Coast team traveling to West Coast.
I know the rule. I'm not saying that Tampa Bay's going to win.
Ew.
Yeah. It should be high. We'll
I'm
find
always
out
gonna
when Jake
bet
comes in
against Tampa.
second hour. All right. The over-unders. Going back to the game. Seattle at Houston.
I took I took 46.5.
Houston finally hit the under this week. They are 1-3 to the 3 to the over, 1 to the under. Seattle can score. Like I said, I like B.J. Daniels. He's a running quarterback. This is the highest over that I have of all week. I have it at 48.
All right.
Trying something new here.
Mm-hmm.
Going 43.
Okay.
Coral?
What?
What's the total going to be? What's the guess?
Oh, I don't do those.
Okay. She's out.
What?
So
Nah, I'm out.
So cute.
I'm out.
All right, the Guardians at the Renegades.
Mm-hmm.
Serge, what do you got?
I do not even know how to
Guardians Renegades is going to be
Oh no, I'm the one that's like
39.
Okay. Jay?
I don't know what this one's called. I forget. Oh, it's
37 is what I have this at.
And I got 43.5.
Ooh, that's pretty high.
All right.
New
and
York
that-
does not score on the road.
Next one, the Battlehawks. Caw-caw.
Battlehawks at DC, yep.
With the Defenders.
Defenders, yep.
I got 41 in this.
DC is averaging 29.5 points per game at home. St. Louis is averaging 17 points on the road. I put the over under at 44.
I'm going low here with 35. DC sucks.
Leah's hurting.
Bomber who?
Yeah. Oh. Where'd she
Who?
at?
Yep.
Who dat?
LB.
She's not even watching.
Did you do your over under there?
Yeah, 41.
All right, in the final game, Tampa Bay Vipers at the LA Wildcats.
I got 42.
Wildcats averaging 28 points per game at home. Tampa Bay on the road averaging 6. I put this at 40.
Oh my gosh. I'd be thrilled if they score that many points in this awful game. 20.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
I keep thinking about this every week, and Serge, if you can find it, but I don't know if it is every week when they're getting close to a possible tie.
Yeah.
Does it stop right there and like that's the
No,
score?
I don't think there can be
Or
a
does
tie.
it, because I know, but they do a shootout formula. But is it like best out of 5 and only counts as 1 point, or do you actually get 6 points for every time you go in and score, and then you go for 1 or 2? Like we haven't had. I keep worrying about the over under because of it and the spread. Or if it's like if it's soccer rules, it's soccer. If it's tied, you don't win the bet. Do you understand that?
Right.
So I sometimes when it's like +3 or -3, do you not get that because you're only going to win if you get the +3, but not at the -3. So I don't know how it all works. That's the only thing that I don't understand about the rules about the XFL, what they have. Yeah. So I mean, thanks for participating in the XFL. Coral, you did a great job.
You are. You're just like.
I always do a great job.
I know.
You know, this is a sad day.
Wait, you're not
Maybe-
kicking her out.
It's her last time here.
Maybe
I know, but we have we have time. You're not kicking her out right
but
now.
I'm just saying.
I'm kicking myself out because we
Yeah,
have
she's
other
packing up,
things to
dude.
do.
Oh well, quick! Tell everybody again what you brought us again. Malibu Splash.
Malibu Splash.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy a splash of summer with
Yeah.
a refreshing taste and fruity flavor from Malibu.
And that's now Hannah's new nickname, Splash.
Yeah.
There we go.
And the variety packs come in pineapple, lime, passion fruit, and strawberry.
By the way, I just want to throw this out there.
Yeah.
Daryl Hannah starred in Splash.
What?
Thanks.
What a coincidence.
I cannot.
You weren't picking that up from
Oh, I have no idea.
No, you only said it because of because of Splash. You brought
Hannah,
Splash.
but I knew Daryl Hannah.
He
No, you
really
didn't.
always has a
I
reason
did that.
for his madness.
You were the only one that knew Daryl Hannah was in Splash.
No, I didn't know that. You know what? I'm gonna concede that to you that you came up with that because it's also National I Want You to Be Happy Day. So I want you to be
No,
happy day.
you take it.
No, you
No,
do. Take
do.
it. No.
No, you're schmoopy.
No,
I'm not
I want you to be
schmoopy,
happy.
You're schmoopy.
National Happy Day. All right. Well, Coral,
That's cute.
you talk to them and say that you still need to come see us.
Yeah,
You
we
know
got to
what?
do beer bongs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do that off the clock, you guys.
And Hannah, go apply for that job so you can come in here.
She has my job, just on the west side.
Yeah, but
he
she
wants
wants
to
to
move
be
to
she wants to be in the East Coast.
I don't know.
Here you go,
about
Jay.
that.
Here you go. In
I
XFL.
wouldn't mind Dubuque, but I don't know about Davenport.
In
Oh,
XFL,
you can handle better
overtime, teams get 5 one-play possessions from the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
With successful conversions counting for 2 points.
So it's 1 and 2. Oh, it still counts as 6, and the conversion counts as 2. That's the thing. I'm wondering if the score. They have 1 try at the 5,
Okay,
right? That's the
okay.
thing I'm thinking of. Do you still get 6 for that? I mean, that can destroy an
Team
over.
A could score 4 times for 8 additional points. No, every score is 2.
Every conversion is 2.
It's-
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, that
Not-
makes
not
sense
the
then.
point- not the point
Thank you
after.
very much. Because
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work out. Going to throw everything off for gambling purposes. I would not know what to do whatsoever. Because I would, no one wants a bad beat. But if it's over something dumb like that, especially the soccer ones, those will drive you crazy. Absolutely. I want to remind everyone tonight, Iowa is hosting Purdue. It is a sold-out game. It'll be 8 o'clock tonight. This will be on the Big Ten Network. It's
Okay, so you get their 21st victory of the year tonight, Jay.
That's right. And it's also senior night. 4 seniors are going to be recognized. Kreiner, Evelyn Till, and manager Jarrett Nepper. And just like you said.
I like
for that-
Kreiner.
Yeah, I like Kreiner too. Luka Garza is 14 points away from breaking the Iowa's 50-year-old single-season scoring record of 699 points set by John Johnson in 1970. Good for Luka. Iowa's 14-1 at home this year, winning the last 13 contests inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. So that's going to be tonight. Again, we've said nothing but good things about these Hawkeyes. Now, other Iowa news, they did the pre-seeds for the Big Ten. All Iowa wrestlers got at least a 3 seed or above. Only 2 got a number 1 seed, so that's really good, not having to see a number 1 seed until the finals. So, unless you are the 1 seed, obviously. So, that it was a good pre-seed tournament for them, and that's Big Tens are coming up this weekend. And then I want to remind everyone to go to ESPN 1170 AM. You can see that with blogs that we post, and you can listen to us. But yesterday, see, MLB isn't always that boring. They mic'd up Rizzo. They mic'd up Bryant.
Yeah, I heard that.
Rizzo was in the
batter's box.
In the batter's box talking to the people up there.
Trolling.
Yeah, they said, "What are you seeing out here?" He's like, I'm trying to do the math in my head to figure out what he's going to pitch. I wish someone would bang on something for me. And then he got it. I don't know what happened after that. I think it was a ball or whatever. And then they asked him again, what are you thinking? And he goes, he said, fastball's coming. And then he roped one into right center. And then we were saying this also. And you can look at this on the ESPN 1170 that I posted, and the Twitter's on there too. Trevor Bauer was out there. And actually, I can pull up the audio on that from Derek Dietrich. Trevor Bauer was out throwing. He's the Cincinnati Reds pitcher who doesn't have a zero care about what he tweets or anything like that. He's the one that called Manfred a complete clown. He started tipping off his pitches. He was doing
like he's warming up.
Yeah, but the batters were in there, so he was telling him, giving him they interviewed the guy, and he's like, yeah, he's tipping his pitches. He's not too happy about what happened with the stealing signs. So he's like, yeah, he decided that he was just going to start telling the batters what he's throwing.
That's great.
Yeah, it was
good
great.
for him.
Let's see. I'm going to pull this up real quick. We'll pull up the
Jay,
audio.
do you want to know why I shotgunned that Malibu Splash?
Yes, sure.
Because in the back it says, serve chilled for the best taste, sip easy.
Oh,
I didn't like that it told me what to do.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that. This is Derek Dietrich talking about Trevor Bauer real quick.
Hello? We're talking about Bauer giving up what he was throwing to Beatty there, and you have an answer for this?
In fact, I do. Trevor and I are good friends, and if you follow baseball this offseason, there's a little thing going on with sign stealing. So Trevor's not too fond of it, so he figured he's going to try something new this season, and he's going to start telling the batters what's coming. And that way there's no ifs, ands, or buts about what's going on. Just here it comes, try to hit it.
Well, he put a charge into one. I'm not sure I would recommend it throughout the season. One batter was fun, though.
Yeah, his fastball was playing up, and he looked good. And we'll see. You never know. Trevor's always going to do something nuts, and, we enjoy him, so it's pretty cool.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
To find a way to have fun with it, and it's not in a. I mean, Bauer is probably in a mean-spirited way, but Rizzo's isn't. He's having fun. So getting the mic on him, and they did that during the All-Star game quite a bit, putting the mics on the players. So baseball needs this in the worst way right now. The type of thing where it's fun and you can get out there and you can share things and laugh about them instead of talking about all the problems that are going on and that they've had. And Manfred's kind of giving it to him himself. So I don't know what else more to say about that. I did mention before they left, we don't get to do that. We forget to do this very often, but I feel like once we've done the show that we are repeating things. But today is National I Want You to Be Happy Day.
Yay.
All right. It's also a National Anthem Day.
Whoa.
On this day in history,
it's National Anthem Day. Okay.
This became the Star Spangled Banner became the national anthem in 1931. So that's National Anthem Day. That's right.
So I have some little tidbit, maybe inside info. I might know the person that might get to do the national anthem at the game at the Field of Dreams Park.
Oh, that's cool.
It might be a local Quad City person.
Well, shut the front door.
So good luck, and I hope that happens. And I will reveal some more information as I'm allowed to. And I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to get a ticket to the game because I highly doubt that would be possible. But
you're going to go you're going to go up there anyway.
Hey, I'm going to be there in Dyersville. If I'm in East Ray's driveway, or at the game, one way or another, I'm going to be there.
Nearly 117 years have passed since Key penned Defense of Fort McHenry before it became the national anthem of the United States of America. Hail Columbia and My Country 'Tis Thee held honorary places as patriotic songs, but the United States didn't have an officially declared anthem until a congressional resolution signed by President Herbert Hoover, until the Star Spangled Banner became the national anthem of the United States of America on March 3rd, 1931. Today is also National Soup It Forward Day. It encourages us to deliver love and kindness by the bowlful because a warm cup of kindness comes in many forms. So you can make your favorite soup and deliver it to someone who you know could use a warmth of kindness in their life. Soup It Forward. Never heard it. National Cold Cuts Day.
Get your cold cuts. Get your cold cuts.
What's your favorite cold cuts, T-Roy?
Oh, bologna.
What? That's the first one that comes to your mind?
Oh, yeah, dude. Love me a little bologna. Love me some bologna, dude. I'll take bologna and then probably salami.
Get out of here.
And then my real favorite thing? It's not a cold cut, but it kind of falls in that line if you get it there in that spot of the cooler at the grocer. Have you ever had Braunschweiger?
No.
What?
You've never had Braunschweiger?
No, I've never heard of it before either.
It's liverwurst. It's like a little
I've
spread.
had liverwurst.
Man, you spread it on your thing with a little bit of butter. I love that. That is great. That's a delicacy, Jay.
That is not a cold cut, is it?
No, but it's,
Pastrami, corned beef, pepperoni, roast beef.
Salami.
Bologna. Is it because of that song?
Pastrami is pretty good. Do you like pastrami?
Bologna has a first name.
It's O-S-C-A-R.
Great name for a bar.
Yeah.
Well, my dad's name was Oscar.
Your dad's name?
Ray Oscar.
Ah. National Mulled Wine Day.
What wine?
Mulled.
Spell it.
M-U-L-L-E-D.
Mulled wine.
Mulled spirits are wine and liquors that have been heated and spiced. Mulled wine is usually made with red wine with various spices, fruits, and sometimes slightly sweetened with honey. Popular blends include cinnamon, nutmeg, citrus, vanilla, cloves, raisins, or pears. The combination of heated spirits and spices are a warm welcome on a cold winter's day have long been considered
Never had a mulled
balm
wine.
against illness during this time of
I
year.
actually have.
Never.
It was Swedish, yeah.
Sweden.
Mm.
I took Scandinavian as a foreign language in college.
You did you really?
I sure did. Jag mun saker på golvet.
Come on.
Tack, hej barn, tack så mycket.
Well, that sounds right.
Augustine is a Swedish Lutheran college, Jay.
Yeah, take that.
So I took 2 years of Swedish. And we had
a Swedish chef.
We had a mulled wine.
You put the burk in the
That's actually what our professor, Dr. Scott, would come in and he'd say, hey barn, tack så mycket. That's hi children, thank you so much.
See, look at that. Guy's bilingual, man.
So we had a mulled wine. It's in Swedish culture, it's known as glug.
There you go.
And it was delicious.
I mean, I listened to Jay describe it. It sounded delicious. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm upset
right.
with myself that I never had it.
Let's have some glug later.
Okay, I'll
Tack
glug
så
it
mycket.
down. I'll chug
Some
down
mulled
the glug.
wine.
Vad mun on socker på golvet till idag, ja.
Soon to be
Gutnicht.
soon to be on your
Yeah.
social media by someone here soon by a place saying, "Hey, we have mulled wine today."
Ooh, I can't wait to try that new mulled wine seltzer that comes out next summer.
Stop in at your
Does
local
it taste
place.
like Bud Light?
It's your
Bud Light mulled
mulled
wine.
wine.
Oh, mulled wine seltzers are going to be a thing now. You heard it here first, folks.
Served all day, 11 to 2.
Oh, lordy.
Get your cold cuts. Get your cold cuts.
The seltzer
What's
thing.
your favorite cold cut?
Mine? I'm a ham and cheese guy.
I like some good pastrami though.
So so do I. I'm okay. Here's how not picky I am. If you are going to the Village Corner Deli, which I highly recommend because the place is phenomenal,
Yeah.
and you say, Sergi, what do you want? And I'll say, some kind of meat, some kind of cheese, and some sauce on some bread. And I don't care. They're all phenomenal.
That's why I like bologna, man.
I was picky when I was a kid, and now I'm not at all. Do you want lettuce on there? I don't care. Tomato? Sure. Spicy? Whatever. What kind of bread? Whatever you're having. Jay and I do this a lot. When Jay and I go out to your local pubs, he and I are both very similar on to what are you having? Do a Stoli Blueberry and Red Bull. Sure.
Sounds good.
Make it 2.
Yep.
Sounds good. Whatever's easy.
Make it easier on them. That's what I say. I don't favorite cold cut. I mean, I don't know. Turkey.
Whatever's in front of me.
Yeah, turkey, ham, roast beef. I like pastrami, but I wouldn't say bologna.
That's just the Subway Club right there, buddy.
Yeah, I would never say
Turkey,
I'm-
Black Forest ham.
I haven't had a bologna since I was.
You give me a bologna sandwich with some Colby Jack cheese and mayo, Jay.
Like, so
And a little bit of
we
Mooster.
got some comments out here on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. Number 1, there has to be a bar during the Christmas walk in the village that does the mulled wine, and if not, 1117 will be doing it now. So just gave myself a project. And then our buddy Heath Christians also went to Augie's, a friend of mine, and he also had Dr. Scott. Lars Scott was our professor.
Lars
told us
Ulrich.
he taught them how to say drink a lot of beer.
How do you say that?
Drink a lot of beer in Swedish? Let's see.
I don't know.
I could get it here.
While you're looking it up, we can take our break though. Our first break of the hour.
No, I'm quick, Jay.
We'll be there. What'd you say?
Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in Iowa. And that's
Did it
right
give
along
me a
the
killer?
bank. There you go. Right there at the Mississippi and Davenport. Been
Hardricka.
serving great beer. Drink some in Swedish. Like the Davenport American. Boy, oh boy. You got me all. Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Raging River.
Jag dricker mycket öl.
And the Cherry Bomb Blonde. Check out the Facebook page for food and drink specials or visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. Remember, the restaurant is at 208 East Road Drive. The tap room is in the Freight House Complex. Those are our friends from Front Street Brewery.
This is UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
When the soil around your foundation shifts, it can cause serious problems for your home, including bowing, leaning, or cracked basement walls. Helitech's patented wall anchoring system will provide a permanent solution for bowing basement walls and will get the job done right the first time. For basement wall repair, trust Helitech, your hometown foundation repair contractor for over 30 years. Soil constantly expands and contracts, putting pressure against your foundation, causing it to bow or crack. Helitech is the area's only contractor that uses AB Chance, an American-made wall anchoring system to provide a permanent solution for bowing or cracked foundation walls. Helitech proudly services Central Illinois, the Quad Cities, Central Missouri, Southern Illinois, Southeast Missouri, Western Kentucky, and the greater St. Louis regions. When it comes to basement cracks, don't ignore the problem. Trust Helitech to heal your home. Give yourself peace of mind knowing they will find the root of the problem, the solution, and heal it for a lifetime.
Heal your home with Helitech.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
Dan and Stu, not only is the shipping container headlined by Roy and Chris opening up the Cat's Den pregame, but I have just received word that the shipping container will be playing sumo hockey during the second intermission.
Wow.
All right.
Let me know how that goes.
Billy doesn't look in. Why is
Dan, you
Billy?
down for this
Why
too,
is
or
Billy skeptical?
supporting us?
Billy, I think I should do that with you guys.
I mean, you're unlucky you won't need a costume.
Because you're fat.
Oh, man, no.
I heard it the first time off the mic. Thank you, Chris.
Hammered it home, though.
That would be funny. Let's do it that way, actually. You guys are in the costume, and I'm just out there as myself.
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM. The Will Kane Show.
Joe Judge became head coach of the New York Giants. As I walked up today in the hallways, Mike A gave me that good to see you smile, but it's more like a wince because Nuno was nearby. We weren't really worried about anger so much as hurt feelings.
It was an apologetic look, like you'd see when you know somebody's had a rough day, like, how you holding up, big guy? How you doing, champ?
Wait a minute. We're all about honesty here. No one's like that. We want to see each other miserable. Like, that's what everyone was hoping for, is that I would be miserable, because it would have just been great for the show, right? Like, I would have to produce the show, and on a Monday after Jason Garrett's just sitting here clapping away, and then I can't even speak.
And just out of curiosity, not for any personal interest of mine or Mike A's or Bubba's, how miserable are you?
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Back by popular demand, Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sellout audiences all over the world. And now they're back in the USA for a brand new tour. One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship of arguably the greatest rock band of all time. You'll hear classic Queen numbers including We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. This show will rock you.
Coming to the TechSlayer Center March 18th. Tickets are on sale now at the TechSlayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Town Square Media.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
Welcome back, Quad Cities. We're here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And this is Don't Hassle Us Local on AM 1170. In studio, we have Jake, not from State Farm,
but with khakis.
Yeah, still got khakis. From Elite Sports
He
Book.
sounds hideous.
Just
But
right.
he's not, though.
Right next to Draft Day Lounge, there at the Rhythm City Casino, in the northern side of Davenport. You can go there. We have Jake in every week. We get to talk about the promotions that are going on, and he also now he gives us our lines for the XFL when we guess the lines.
Yay.
So we will get to that. But Jake, it's good to have you here.
Good to be here.
You guys have to be gearing up for a good, couple 3 weeks coming up here with March Madness going on.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty busy time in March. We've got some new promotions coming out. I can talk about a few of those. And then we also have some hotel packages, some discounted hotel rates, and then also some food credits to go along with it. So go to the Rhythm City website and check those out. If you plan on watching the game somewhere, we'll have all the games shown on all the screens in draft day there, so it won't be a bad
There you
seat
go.
in the house.
So there's
Illini Hawkeye fans, make sure if you didn't hear that, draft day.
Is this just for, again?
Be
Is
able
this
to
just
take
for
care.
like the March Madness NCAA, or is it? Can you do it Big Ten? Like, because you. So if you're doing like a stay and play thing, right, or a staycation, or someone's coming into town, they say, be like, hey, get a room here because you get $50 credit food vouchers.
Yep, it's included in the package price. So pretty much from March 1st through April
so it is all
16th.
March Madness.
Yeah, it'll be through that time. So it'll be a great time, and a lot of different drink specials going on, and food and beverage too on some of the weekdays. So definitely worth checking out the website if you're looking for some sports plans to watch the tournament.
Check it out right now. Take a look at it. Is anybody? I don't even know who's coming in town this month for you guys. I should know that so I can promote it, but I will do that because, like you said, it's all through March.
Yeah, yep. And then we've got the UFC fight this weekend, March 7th. So that'll be a good showing there too. So if you've never been to draft,
Who's on the ticket this week?
I hope I'm saying this right, but Adesanya and Romero.
Okay.
And then
UFC
one of them didn't
240.
make the weight, right? Is that right? Or no, that was last weekend.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But Romero's at plus 225.
not
So
the favorite.
Adesanya's pretty favored to win at minus 275. So should be a good ticket this week.
Yeah, I'm looking up your the March Madness special that you said. Yeah, it runs all through, and it goes into April 6th. So
Well, that's a good thing. Like I said, we're going to have the two most prominent colleges around that fan base wise. The Illini and the Hawkeyes are for sure going to make the tournament, the big tournament. Plus, you have Big Ten tournament stuff going on as well. So, a lot of chances for you to save and have fun over there at Rhythm City. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere too, and actually just announced this week we will be taking bets on the Big Ten championship for wrestling. Overall teams to win, so I brought a little surprise for you.
Look at Jake, no in the room.
Well, he just loves talking wrestling with you.
What is it? What is it?
So we're doing the Big Ten championship for wrestling. Iowa's favored with 1 and 4 odds. Penn State and Ohio State are close behind 9-2 and 5-1. So yeah, we're just doing team totals, obviously, with the rules in the state here.
Hawkeyes are stacked, man.
Penn State's got 4 number ones pre-seed. I do like that. Iowa should be the favorite, but there's something about Penn State there as well. I do like that though a lot. You guys have that in there. Good for you guys.
Yeah, actually, social media has been big. Being a local sportsbook, we listen a lot to our social media fans. So if you have a bet that you want, you can always run it by us at Elite Sportsbook, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Reach out. I can't promise anything, but we'll at least run it by the risk team. So bets like this can get on the tickets.
Yeah, so what you said 4-1. Basically, it's minus 400. So to win 100, you have to put up 400. That's a heavy favorite. Let's see. Yeah, Penn State plus 450. Ugh. There's value in Penn State. There's value there. I'm not saying Iowa's not going to run away with it, but there is value in Penn State at plus 450. That's actually where the smart bet is. If you're going to go with the pros and not be a Joe when it comes to Big Ten wrestling. But the safe bet though. If the value is in Penn State, the safe bet is Iowa. That's great. This weekend. All right, so I'm starting to get it. T-Roy, are you doing your golf thing again where you put golfers in?
Yeah, I did not get in that.
Thanks for describing that so eloquently.
You know what I'm talking about? He's in some fantasy thing where he puts in like so many. It's like a survivor pool.
I was in that one with Rosso last year.
Yeah,
And
they kicked
now
you
that
out?
he's not running it, I decided not to be in it.
That's what it was? Or did they just not ask you?
No, they asked me. I respectively declined.
Oh. Well,
But I'll get in the one with Dennis and those guys, though.
Oh, they do one too?
How
Yeah.
respectfully did you decline?
I said I don't want to be in it.
Pretty straightforward.
Respectful.
So this is the Arnold Palmer Invitational this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's favored to win this one?
Probably Rory.
Yep. Coming in at 6-1.
Yeah. See, I don't know why you didn't do this thing.
Well, it doesn't mean I can't take Rory every time. That's how it
Oh.
works. Yeah.
Who's it? Do you have anybody else?
I'd probably
Listed?
say John Rahm's probably up there. So would Justin Thomas, and Dustin Johnson will be up there. Falling off. I'm just giving you guys that are going to be up there. Let's see. Tiger is setting this one out, if I understand that correctly. He's injured. Probably Koepka.
Koepka is in the top 10 for favorites.
Forgetting somebody off the top of my head right quick, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I don't know who.
Cool guy.
Tommy Fleetwood. There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
Adam Scott.
Yeah, Adam Scott just had a victory here earlier this year, so he's been playing pretty well. The Aussie.
Yeah, Adam Scott, who sounds like he could be like in a tag team with Patrick Reed, and they're just going to be known as the two first names. Patrick Reed's in the top 10 also. Bryson DeChambeau is in the top 10 for as far as favorites. Hideki is in the top 10.
Hideki Matsuyama.
Jason Day. Xander
Schauffele.
Ricky Fowler.
Ricky.
But no, those other ones that you mentioned, not so much.
Well, you wouldn't know who they are, Jay.
No, I do know who they are. I know who Justin Thomas is. He's not in the top 10.
Maybe he's not playing in it.
Maybe he's not.
Maybe he's not.
I'll tell you what, who's a good follow on Twitter? Max Homa. He's a good follow on Twitter.
Okay.
The funny guy. Just let you know that.
All right.
All right. We're going to come back and talk to we're going to talk more about Elite Sportsbook and everything with Rhythm City, but we need to figure out how we're doing the lines before you have to take off, and we talk more. So I want to hear what we have. Let me give some music though. And we do it as we figure out it. So I want to see how we did against guessing the lines. So, all right.
He loves playing his music, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay.
Oh, I better listen.
Yeah, you gotta listen. Yeah.
All right.
This is very.
Let's see how we did guessing the lines. Set it up, T-Roy.
All right. Started out. We're gonna go through. We're gonna do the odds for the game.
All right.
Or the spread.
Yep.
And then we're gonna come back and do over/unders.
Okay.
All right. After we go through each game, we'll come back to over/unders.
Okay.
Okay. First up, Seattle at Houston. What is the spread?
Roughnecks minus 13.5.
Oh my lord!
Ding, ding, ding,
Surge.
ding, ding, ding. Serge, where were you at? 11 or you were at 12, right?
Oh, it's
Surge is
12.
at 12.
Yeah, that's a solid line. That makes sense. We said that I had it at minus 10, but we both, Serge and I both agreed that if St. Louis was at minus 12.5 by kickoff against Seattle at home, then Houston should be up there as well. Houston being the only undefeated team in the XFL. So that's at minus 13, huh?
13.5.
13.5. Yeah, I think I'm taking the points there.
Next one.
BJ Daniels.
New York Guardians at the Dallas Renegades.
Renegades minus 8.
Whoa!
my, we're
No
starting a
respect for the
trend.
Guardians and Luis Perez. Wow.
Technically,
wow.
the girls got this at minus 7.
Well, they took the Guardians at minus 7, though, didn't she?
Oh, that's right. Serge
Yeah.
gets this. My bad. What am I
Yeah.
reading that wrong? I read that totally wrong. My bad. Starting a trend here. Serge says it looks easy.
What did Serge guess?
Minus 6.
And I guess 4.5. No respect for New York. New York is 0-2 on the road and 0-2 against the spread on the
That was
road.
one where I thought Sergio was
Dallas
way
is
off.
not very good at home though either, and they have quarterback issues. I'm liking the points there. I'm
the
so far
tissues.
I'm liking the points. The first two ones that we got.
All right.
I'm gonna be way off on the next two. Just so you know.
St. Louis at DC.
Caw. Minus 3.5. Battlehawks.
Minus 3.5. And Jay finally gets on the board. He had minus 3.
What do we have on that one, T-Ray?
I had minus 1. You had minus 4.5. Okay.
I'm
Last
surprised
game,
about that.
Tampa Bay at LA.
Against the Wildcats.
Wildcats
I'm gonna be way
minus
off.
1.5.
What is it?
What is it?
Wildcats minus 1.5.
Minus how many?
Oh no!
1.5.
No!
1.5?
No.
And that would be T-Roy.
Oh, what'd you have?
I had -2.5. Sir.
I had 3.
No,
Damn it.
no. No.
What do you mean,
Circle
no?
that one. Circle that one. Take the Wildcats.
So Serge gets 2, and Jay and Troy get 1.
I was actually really close on my column.
Huh.
On the 2 that I lost, I thought I was going to be way off.
I like Seattle at +13.5.
Okay.
I like New York at +8. I love the Wildcats at -1.5.
-3.5.
I thought you said.
Wildcats are -1.5.
all right, -1.5. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of. I don't know where I would go with the St. Louis. If I was to do a parlay, I would just throw them in the money line.
Okay.
On there.
All right.
But
now
I
we're
can
going to
tell
go
you right now.
over unders.
Yep.
All right. Seattle, Houston.
I'm not going to score very well on these over
45.5.
45.5. Seattle, Houston.
Yeah, I guess 48.
T-Roy had 46.5.
No.
What did I have, 47?
You had 43, Serge. Okay.
So what was it again?
That's pretty good.
45.5.
All
All right. New York at Dallas.
37.
Whoa, Jay hit it on
On
the
the head. Lowest of the week. That's a
Lowest
good
of the
sign
week.
for me because that was my lowest of the week too. 37 on the head for the total.
All right.
All right.
St. Louis at DC.
39.
Oh, T-Roy takes that one. Look at that.
39.
All right, and I had 41. Jay had 44. Serge at 35. And then the last one, Tampa Bay at LA.
40.5.
40 and a half.
40 and a half.
Score that many points.
Serge had 20. Jay had 40.
That's my spite pick.
I had 42.
Final score is going to be like 7-2.
That is going to be an under. Serge, you're right. On Sunday, that under is going to hit.
all day.
That over is going to hit the
Those
DC
teams
St. Louis.
suck.
39 is going to hit the over. I'm on the fence there. On the second game on Saturday. All right, so the 45.5 Houston at Seattle. I mean Seattle at Houston. Houston doesn't play defense. That one over. 2 overs, 2 unders. I guess. 2 overs, 2 unders this week. 2-2, even though it was 0-4 to the unders. It's because I think Houston and Seattle is going to go over the 45.5. New York, Dallas will be under the 37, unless Luis Perez just goes completely off and Landry Jones figures out how to not mess up a first half of a football game, which he's done 2 weeks in a row. DC is averaging 29.5 at home. St. Louis is averaging 17 points on the road. That would put you at over 39. And then Tampa Bay doesn't score on the road, plus they're going from East Coast to West Coast. Wildcats at home. I think that they average 28 at home. I think that's the 40.5 is going to hit the under. Just to drop some maybes there. So
I like where your head's at.
yeah, that's if you're going out there and you're going to gamble on it. I mean,
You are the XFL Shefty.
that's right. Go out
I mean,
there
if
to
people in the Quad Cities want to win money, they should listen to you.
Yeah,
I mean, the
you
guy
could
is
start up.
literally 9-5. Did you know that?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
11-5.
Sorry, 11-5.
That's much better.
Yeah.
How dare I shortchange you?
11-5 makes a lot
on
difference.
and
Yeah,
everything.
That's a lot different than 9-5. It's 6
Yeah.
to the
I
6 to
wouldn't
the
listen
win.
to me. I went 0-4 last week, so I mean, you're just saying.
So go out there, go see Hannah at the cashier. Tell him that the Hassel guy sent you.
She just probably loves that. Does she ever tell you how many guys come in and tell her, hey, the Hassel dudes?
Unfortunately, no, I have not heard.
You should talk to her.
I will have to recap with
He's
it.
in Iowa City, aren't you? In Iowa City, where are you at?
Riverside.
Riverside,
mainly,
yeah.
but
but
I
you
work
can
here
make
a
a
couple
phone
days
call.
a week.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like when he's here, he can't be like, hey, Hannah, what's the 411 on these guys coming?
She is a
here?
coworker, so
Yeah.
yes, I
Yeah, you
get
can
out
talk
there.
to her.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like
she'll tell you that people say that she'll say, I heard you
She'll
guys were talking about
definitely
my
know you
name.
for
Yeah,
sure.
she's missing us. I guarantee she wants us to come in and do a live remote.
we will be there on March
We always try
18th.
to get her to come on the air, but she won't do it.
Really?
Oh no, when we're there, yeah,
We're
we
like,
always
come
do
on,
that.
who's
Bring
the
her
hot
a
guest?
guest. Yeah, we'll bring
Like,
her
who's
on
the hot
as a
guest?
guest.
Come on, who's the hot pick? No.
Yeah, who's everybody picking is what we need to know.
She's like, no, staying over here. Won't do it.
Yeah, so you guys are coming on the 18th?
Yeah, we'll be on the 18th from
Awesome.
12 to 2. Yeah, so
If
17th.
it's news, it's news to me.
Yeah.
17th.
Surprise.
17th isn't a good day to do it.
Terrible day on the 17th.
Yeah, I'm sure T-Roy's going to be just a barrel of fun on the 18th.
What do you mean, dude?
Yeah, you know, you'll be fun.
Is it St. Patrick's Day? You got big plans?
Oh, he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that as a joke either. I think you are busy. I know how much you'd put into it and how long that day is.
Busy. Yeah, I'm busy.
I'm just saying on the 18th, if you're
can't
hungover,
convince
it's going to
Mookie
be
that
an
I'm
interesting day. And the 18th,
Yeah.
if you're in
part of the celebration is making sure people have fun celebrating, and if they're going to have fun celebrating, you got to celebrate with them. Right, sir?
Yeah.
True.
Always.
See, that's how it works.
That is how it works. Yeah.
You got to be the host with the most.
You always miss 100% of the shots you don't take, T-Ray.
That's exactly right. Well,
get it?
Yes.
Oh, buddy. Look who's awake.
Now I get it. Yeah. Took me a while there. No, so how do you do, speaking of the St. Patrick's Day real quick, T, right? Before we take a break, you have to go. Now that it falls on a Tuesday, when's the proper time to celebrate it? Is it the weekend before or the weekend after?
I still say the proper day to celebrate it is always the day of.
Of course. That's what I get that.
But we do know that here in the Quad Cities, we have this awesome tradition. The only place in America where the parade goes from one state to another, and you can't do that on the middle of the week and have a big turnout. So they always do it depending on what's going on, usually the Saturday before.
Okay.
So the biggest celebration will be Saturday the 14th here in the Quad Cities, just because it's the weekend.
You guys gonna be busy that day?
I don't know. Might have a couple people there. But yeah, we're gonna have tons of corned beef and cabbage that day, and I will bring in some corned beef and cabbage.
What are you guys doing for
later in the afternoon?
What's Harrington's doing for St. Patrick's Day, T-Ray?
I don't know.
You can be open.
I think so. We're gonna open it at 8 o'clock.
What are your specials today?
On Saturday.
We're open.
The 14th, and then we'll probably open around 11 or so.
You have a bar outside?
Yep.
That boy.
Yep, little bar.
You have a band?
Got a couple, Bill Stage and his band's going to be playing. We got Jordan Danielson playing.
You guys going to have the game on?
What game?
There are games that day.
Big Ten tournament, right?
There'll be, well, no. That's Saturday, but on March 17th, they'll be playing games.
Playing games for the
NCAA
regular
tournament. Yeah. So there'll be at least 2 that day.
Be great.
Yeah, and then there'll be some on
you guys
Wednesday.
got any green beer?
No.
We gotta come up. We gotta come up with some type of parlay for Lead Sportsbook though, like the pot of gold parlay. That you do it on that. You do it on that Tuesday. Go out there and place a
maybe get
parlay.
One of the dispensaries across the river to play in with that.
I can't wait to try the new Shamrock Seltzer.
Oh, surprised that hasn't been a thing.
McDonald's got a liquor license. McDonald's got a liquor license for putting rum in their Shamrock shakes.
Limited edition.
Do you think they're gonna start putting the green food coloring in seltzers for the day? No.
Oh, limited edition cans, Shamrock seltzers, light mint flavors, sparkling malt beverage.
It makes my stomach hurt.
You know, someone heard that and they're running with it right now.
Oh, let's see. New from Hams.
Yeah. That'll be new in 2021.
You're welcome. The Bears green.
Oh, my gosh.
That's good stuff.
All right, let's take our second break. You guys got to get out of here. I'm going to continue with Jake, talking to him about Elite Sportsbook and all the things that we got to offer over there and the Draft Day Lounge and games that we can expect coming up.
Did you talk about Spike Lee at all?
We can real quick.
Because Spike Lee's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second.
Yeah. Okay. Before we go,
I got you.
You tell me what it is. I know he was on First Take today.
Oh, he's freaking out.
He's upset because he's a season ticket holder, and they told him he couldn't be somewhere.
No. Okay, close. Yeah, he is a longtime season ticket holder, obviously for the New York Knicks.
Okay.
He said that he is done with going to Knicks games this year. Just this year, he'll be back next year. But for the rest of the season, he's not going to go to the Knicks games. Basically, he has always used the employee entrance, and the Knicks owner and security have told him repeatedly they don't want him to use the employee entrance. He can use the VIP entrance that every other celebrity uses. Every single celebrity that goes to Madison Square Garden uses this VIP entrance, or he could do general entrance, whatever he wants to. They don't want him using the employee entrance. So he got mad at them. Now he's making this a spectacle about this is a personal attack, and he feels like that he's being picked on by the owner and singled out and all this other stuff. So he's overreacting.
Use the VIP entrance.
Use the
elitist
VIP
piece of
entrance.
Garbage.
Chill out, Mars.
I think he got yelled at, and he said, "What I do?" And he said, "Dolan said, you know what you did."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't."
And then
know. Yeah.
they agreed, and then they shook hands, and then everyone says, "Oh yeah, so that's but they shook hands in the end." And he was like, "We did not shake hands in the end. That was false. I didn't even stand up when he walked over the first time."
So he's not going to be back for the rest of the year.
I wouldn't waste a quart of piss on that
But he's coming back next year.
Yeah, he's still buying the tickets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he said, "I'm not going to give up my season tickets. I'm just taking a break from them from this year."
Go make a movie about it. You're 62 years old. Calm down.
Why don't we? Hey, you know what? We should promote a bill.
You hear what Reggie Miller said?
Somebody should pass a bill.
Reggie said he could become a Pacers fan. Good for Reggie.
I'm just mad.
Sorry, it's funny.
Anyway, I
thinking about
feel like
this.
we were talking about this earlier, but Harrington's Pub, Jay.
We'll get to it in a second. I think you need to watch just a little bit more First Take.
No.
Because I was thinking about doing a segment where I would just throw topics out there and we'd call it First Tuesday and we'd do our worst First Take bits every time I brought up a sports thing. You know, it's like no matter what you do, you're like
why do they get I can't believe that this is multi-millionaire is up in arms that he can't use the employee entrance.
But they put him on there. But
isn't that like is that a downgrade?
What?
You don't work here.
Yeah.
Here, come in through our red
How is he
carpet and
getting-
velvet ropes.
Right.
No, I want to use the employee entrance.
I went to what it says employees. I work here. No, you don't. I can use some code. Beep, beep, beep.
I know. I just want to do a segment where we just throw out topics, but we just always do that random thing that's just like so dumb. Where it's like, hear me out now. Joe Burrow purposely didn't spread his hands out because he didn't want the Cincinnati Bengals. Hear me out. I have on good authority that Joe Burrow, and then they're like, "What'd you just say? The man, he's going to be the first overall pick." Be like, "Hey, just hear me out. He doesn't want to be a Bengal." And then they
Jay,
just keep going back.
I carded Tony La Russa.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
That's you know that, T-Right?
Yeah.
and all it was for verification that it was him. And he just looked at me and he goes, "Do you really need that?" And I went, "Nah, you're good. Enjoy your soup."
But yeah, they always have that thing. It's just like, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Pelicans Lakers game. Did LeBron win it or did Zion choke? You're like, oh man, we're gonna do this for 5-10 minutes, and that's what I want to do. But you gotta have your like off the wall worst like takes ever, and I want to call it First Tuesday.
I'm getting pretty upset with LeBron.
Why?
His flopping is out
He
of
did have a bad
control
flop over the weekend. Yeah.
It's terrible.
I don't watch Chip.
You throw down a monster amazing dunk. You are a phenomenal athlete. You are the best player in the world right now at this sport. You're 6'9", 280 pounds of rip roaring. But the guy bumps you in the chin, you wait 3 seconds and you flip backwards.
You know what? That's a new name for a
flop.
A seltzer. Rip roaring.
Rip roaring seltzer.
And with that, I'm
that's
out.
good.
All right,
It goes
we need to
down
take a
so
break. Read
easy.
it quick.
All right, guys. Harrington's Pub is going to be rocking and rolling on March 14th. We got free corned beef starting at about 12:30, and then the music starts at 1 with Jordan Davison, followed by Bill's Stage, and then we're going to top it all off with some karaoke. I want to hear all my favorite drunks singing at Harrington's Pub. That's Saturday the 14th, celebrating St. Patrick's Day in style and putting the H in the hangover since 2005. Harrington's Pub, 2321 Cumberland Square in Bendorf.
This is Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities.
Escúchame, y Dan Levatación, ESPN Radio.
It is funny to have a coach say, no, I didn't mean to call them thugs. I meant to call them slugs. And I just want to officially parse the dumbest possible way we could ever discuss race in sports. Did the old guy mean slugs or thugs? If he meant thugs, racist. If he meant slugs, just good coaching. Maybe he's just old and made a verbal mistake because they fly around a lot and he's old. It is a great defense, though. It really is, because I believe him. I believe that he meant to say slugs.
I I mean, it's really the only defense you can go to, right?
Racist!
I'm old. I meant to say slugs.
No, slugs! I'm just old, doddering. I'm not racist. Just old.
The Dan Levitard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Join the millions of people who will get their flu shot this year. It's the best way to keep yourself and those around you healthy this flu season, and it may be available at no cost to you. The flu shot lowers your chances of getting sick, and it offers the best protection, especially for people at a higher risk of health problems from the flu, like children, older adults, or people who are pregnant or have a chronic illness. Show you care about your friends and family members. Check with your doctor's office or pharmacy to get your flu shot today. Brought to you by Iowa Total Care.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Levitard Show on ESPN Radio.
Roy, who is feeling older every day, and I think this is universal for people in sports, that you sort of can calendar your own age by guys you saw growing up playing when you loved sports, having kids who are now playing sports. But Roy has never felt older than he did during the break when, very sadly, he just said to me, Frank Gore's kid has enrolled at Southern Miss, and it's the first time you can remember an active athlete of any sort having a kid, but it's only because Frank Gore has been in the league 4 yards at a time since 1982.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
Why would you when you still get 4 yards?
Frank Gore Jr. is going to put it on the poll, Antonio. Is Frank Gore Jr. going to retire from football sooner than Frank Gore Sr.?
The Dan Levitard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
What are you doing for your 65th birthday, Sharon?
Oh, a cute little picnic with the grandbabies. I'm a bit worried, though. I really need to get enrolled in Medicare and buy a Medicare supplement plan. But there are so many supplement plans out there. It's so complicated.
Aw, don't worry. Health IQ helped me save 24% on a Medicare supplement plan, and it only took a few minutes.
You saved 24%? That's big savings. How'd Health IQ do it?
Their experts know that living a healthy lifestyle is associated with lower rates of heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. So because I'm active, it just makes sense that I should pay less.
An insurance agency that rewards you for living a healthy lifestyle? That's a smart idea. I'm going to healthiq.com now so I can focus on my big day.
Just go to healthiq.com/Medigap to start saving.
healthiq.com/Medigap?
Yep, that's HEALTHIQ.com/MEDIGAP.
Health IQ is an agency offering plans from different insurance carriers. No government or Medicare affiliation, coverage, and special rates not available in all counties or cases.
It doesn't matter what side of the river you're on. Your local Quad City sports show is right here. Don't hassle us, we're local. 12 to 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back to ESPN 1170. Don't hassle us, we're local. We're live here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Done Right TV and Security. T-Roy had to take off, Serge had to take off as well. But I still have Jake from Elite Sportsbook in here, and Jake and I were talking off the air. You got some promotions here that we needed to talk about.
Yes, we have a new sign-up promotion starting on March 6th, so this Friday.
This Friday.
Yep, going through May, end of May.
All right, so if it's so Elite Sportsbook, a new sign-up promotion. Take me through what you have to do.
All right, so you go into Riverside or Rhythm City Casino or Grand Falls up north, and you sign up for a Resort Club card there, and you create an online account. If you do that, your first deposit will 50% match it up to $200.
Okay.
So you put in $400, we'll give you $200 in free bets. If you put in $100, we'll give you $50 in free bets.
Okay. What if I already am the resort? What'd you say? The
Resort Club member.
Resort Club member, but I've never done online.
All you got to do is come in, and then once you come in and activate your account, then you'll be able to go online and follow the prompts to sign up.
Okay, but do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, let's just say, like, there are people out there that already go right now to, like, Rhythm City. They have their card, but they've never placed any bet.
Yep.
You don't have to be a member after March 6th and then sign up a new account. You can already be a member, but since you've never gone online, you can still get the promo.
Correct. Yep. You just have to stop at the Resort Club next time you're in there, and they'll activate your online account. Then you just follow the prompts to create and activate it.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
And then we have other things out there as well, the early cash out. I know we talked about it a couple weeks before, but let's remind everybody about what the early cash out is.
Yeah, so I'll use March Madness as an easy example. So say you bet, you do a parlay of 3 games, right?
Mhm.
And I'll just do Iowa, Illinois, and Ohio State just
Sure.
to make it simple. So Ohio State and Illinois have already won their early morning games, and Iowa's playing this evening. And it's a pretty close matchup, and you're afraid, I just want to take my money and run. You can go into the early cash out feature and cash out that parlay based on the 2 wins you already have. So it just depends on the odds and what was placed. But, it's usually or most likely more if you've won 2 of those 3 legs already.
And you have to be that wager has to be placed online under your account, right?
Yes. Yep,
because if
correct.
you just went and saw Hannah at the cashier and you just said I want to do these 3 and they give you a ticket,
You cannot early cash out the ticket, right?
Yeah, there's no real way of knowing that it is that person's ticket because you're getting the ticket. It's not under your information that you signed up for or anything like that.
Exactly. Yep.
So, in other words, how I can put this in gambling terms. In other words, the same situation you said. Let's say I have the first 2 hit. Ohio State, Illinois hit on a 3-team parlay, but I have a hard ticket. Okay.
Yep.
Well, at that point, what people would say was, you better go and hedge your bet.
Yep.
You have all this time in the afternoon. Go back up and go see Hannah and place the same amount of money that you placed in the parlay on the opposite to happen, that the other team will cover the spread, whatnot. Whoever Iowa was playing. That's called hedging your bet. Making sure you're willing to eat a little bit of loss out of that in case of the parlay, the big payout of the parlay, in case Iowa wouldn't cover. It's the same situation here, but actually you're just walking away with a little bit, some kind of the same. But you're just saying, all right, I sweat out 2 out of 3.
Yep.
It is a close one. We'll say the line.
We'll
say the line was minus 1.5. So the line was minus 1.5, 110 in the parlay, and say, I'm going to take my winnings and walk away because it's too close.
Yep.
But you can do that online.
It's kind of fun to watch the odds go up and your cash out amount can go up. After you win the first game, second game, and kind of decide when you want to get out. Especially if you do like a multiple team parlay. 5-6 teams. So it's pretty interesting.
That is an interesting way of looking at it, because if you do one and you're hitting like your spreads, and then you've what I like to call salt and pepper to your parlay with money lines, and then you're like, if this minus 1,200 money line doesn't cover, I'm just win the game outright. I'm going to lose my mind over this thing. Like, let's say you did do let's say you did 4 bets on the XFL on Saturday, 2 an over under and then 2 to cover spread, and all 4 of them hit. But on Sunday you like these 3 money line basketball games. That's time to look at it and go, I've hit the hard things, the spread.
Should I take my money and run, or should I stick in this for one more day?
Yeah, that's nice. It's a nice way of doing it. Is there any other promotions that I'm missing?
So those are the 2 that are going on now.
Okay.
Or one that will be going on starting Friday, the sign-up bonus. And then there will be a lot more fun stuff starting in March, which we can talk about next week.
Okay.
I can't necessarily talk about it yet.
Uh-oh.
Otherwise, the debit card funding option is available now on our website, too, to fund your online account. And we've seen a lot of people very happy with that. It makes it a lot more simple to fund your accounts.
What was it before? A bank account or?
Bank account, PayPal,
okay,
cash
gotcha.
at the casino cage.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, because not every bank is set up with the PayPal.
Yeah, if you had a small local bank, it was harder to fund that way. But now the debit card is.
That's really good. That's good information that people need. Because some people may have been like, "Oh, I'm not understanding this," or "I can't get the funds in. I have to go to the if they act like it's such a big drive to get there, I have to go to the account to put the actual on premise to put money in my account." So no, I get that. All right. So you also spent some time out at Riverside.
I do. Yep.
I want to see how are the books looking as far as traffic between the 2 of them. I mean, you spend a little bit more time there, but you got to when you come into the Rhythm City Casino and go to Elite Sportsbook, you got to eyeball kind of the people who are in line, who are sticking around to watch, whatnot. Same thing in Iowa City. How is it looking?
So Urban Casino, here in Davenport, Rhythm City's getting a lot more retail, especially being on the border with Illinois. So they're seeing a lot more foot traffic. But online accounts, the spend and the traffic for online is a lot more at Riverside. Also, the UFC fights are a lot busier and more popular here in Davenport than they are at Riverside, which I would
assume that too.
Yeah, and the drive, it's about 10-15 minutes out of town, so also the demographic in this area.
Yeah, but I would just the demographics for UFC MMA, I could see that absolutely. I I don't remember if we touched briefly on this last week, but just remind me anyway. How was the crowd for the Wilder Tyson Fury fight?
They're saying estimating around 400 people were at Williams City to watch that in draft day, just due to the cost. We just had it only in draft day. Also, there was a pool tournament.
That's right. You did tell us that.
So it was a very busy
apologies.
day. And no, it was good though. Definitely worth noting for this weekend. So if you're thinking about going to the UFC fight, definitely go early. I'd say around 7:30 or 8. Get some food there at draft day and hang out and get a good spot.
Yeah, I definitely. I would assume. I mean, even now I know we talked about it before the show, and then my wife had said like, should we go? And by the time I looked, I'm like, where it's.
Yeah.
I was like, we're not going to get a seat. Like at this point, we had to go a lot earlier to go and do that. But no, that does make sense to me about the foot traffic, because being on the border and the geofencing that it is. And then Iowa City area, you got more college kids and kids in their 20s that will trust an app more than some older people like my age or so don't want to do an app, don't want to put their information in anything. They don't.
Right.
So they'd rather have the hard copy. So that makes sense. I see that. I can definitely see that.
And obviously our competitor is a little more closer here in Davenport than Riverside as well. So,
what is the social media that people can follow you on?
At Elite Sportsbook. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We try to announce our odds as soon as they come out. We also will be announcing a lot of different promotions coming up soon, and we're planning something fun for opening day, a little Facebook giveaway too. So definitely some reasons to follow us there.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm excited to promote the March Madness thing. To get the room, and then $50 food vouchers. That's a meal right there in itself. That you just take away from your spending that you're going to do, and then you can go down to Draft Day Lounge. You can get food there. You can place a bet, enjoy the time there.
Yeah, have a whole weekend.
Stay and play.
Stay and play. There you go.
Yeah, the whole staycation thing. Is there anything else baseball wise? Is anybody getting into futures yet? I feel like it's coming though. I feel like it's coming.
Bets on futures, and also something people didn't know. You can bet on the spring training games, or you have So some people have been excited about that, seeing some opportunities. Other people, have been staying away from it. So it's been kind of a fun topic of conversation.
Yeah, the story when we tell the first week up when I put money on the XFL, and the gentleman was just there, and he just goes, XFL, huh? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, you're a true degenerate. And I just laughed. But you're doing that at spring training games.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know where to start. Like, if I had to give you like advice where to go, I would just tell you not to. I mean, I guess maybe the over. I have no clue. But good for those people if they found some holes and some ways to make money off of spring training baseball. I just know it's right around the corner, so that makes it a lot of fun. And I'm excited that you guys are going to have something on giveaway for Facebook.
Yeah, yep. We'll make sure to tag you in, and I'll bring the details closer to the end of March here. So,
well, we did mention that today is National Cold Cuts Day, so I want to tell everybody about Bayside Bistro in the Village of East Davenport. Bayside Bistro is not your ordinary sandwich shop. You won't find deli meat on their menu. They use fresh ingredients, and orders are made to order from scratch. From paninis like the Bayside Po' Boy to the roasted beet and green bean salad. Bayside Bistro has an incredible menu that specializes in deliciousness. Tomorrow night, they have a big game night. You can go with the family and play board games, and we'll put stuff out there on social media, but you should go to their Facebook page and check out everything that's going on there, and you can read from the over 500 recommendations from guests. Bayside Bistro at 1105 Christie Street in East Village of Davenport. If you need any catering, hosting any private events, or them to attend special events, get a hold of them. They have gluten-free and plant-based diet menu options. It's a locally owned. They've been on our show. It's Bayside Bistro at 1105 Christie Street in East Village, Davenport. Also want to thank new to the show sponsor, Tim Hernandez. Tim is our guy for ID Life. ID Life wants you to be healthier, have more energy, get better sleep, and achieve more focus. ID Life is a health and wellness company that is revolutionizing the industry with customized nutrition. The name stands for Individually Designed Life and was founded on the principle that no two people are alike, so everyone has unique nutritional needs. Tim Hernandez, your guy in the Quad City, to offer you personalized guidance that is tailored specifically to your health factors and personal goals. If you have health problems holding you back, the doctors and scientists develop what nutrients you should be taking and what supplements will benefit you the most. Go to qchealth.idlife.com to sign up for an unconditional, no questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee. Call Tim Hernandez today at 563-508-7221 so he can show you what makes ID Life is different to you. And one last announcement is coming on the show. Tori McGeehan is the owner and operator of Thick Kitchen, THICC Kitchen, that is based locally here in the Quad Cities. Tori is a 2015 Kendall College graduate with a degree in the sciences of baking and pastry. Most importantly, Tori has a passion for food and the Quad Cities. She has a mission to share excitement and joy that comes from food, the experience being together and creating memories with friends and family. If you're having a birthday party, a celebration, wedding, or graduation, you need to get a hold of Tori and order one of her specialty cakes. Head over to Thick Kitchen on social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. See some of her creations and get more information about private events. You can contact Tori at 309-948-3140. I am going to have a lot more information for you. Tori is going to be a sponsor of the show, and she's actually going to be a show on Monday. Jake, thank you so much for your time. Always a pleasure hanging out with you and laughing, and thank you for just always being with us in this XFL nonsense that we love so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, you have a hassle-free day. We'll see you soon, Quad Cities.
ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.